Arena for day one. A lot of them had the opportunity to be here yesterday to get jerseys, to get familiar with the area, and to get to know one another. But today, the friendly gloves have to come off, and they are all here. Earlier, I was talking to these guys. This mannequin, when they didn't have anything else set up, I could see it from all the way down there, and I thought it was a person. And I stood there for like 5 minutes, and I was like, why is he standing like that? And I thought it was like a smooth criminal. I thought somebody was giving us like a Michael Jackson impression, and then it was a mannequin. I was really embarrassed to admit that. Oh my God, that's a lot of people. Hold on, let's go over this window. Let's go over this window. It just keeps going. There's so many people outside. There are so many people outside. We're gonna interview people when they come in. I don't really want to go outside. It looks like it's gonna rain, and this suit is new, so. Oh, there's Doc Haskell. Hi, Doc, how are you? He brings a full notebook with him and like writes notes down. It was pretty insane. He had it yesterday. He's gonna be coming through this metal detector right here. I don't know his name though, but I recognize his hair.
Jen.
You're Jen? All right, we're gonna interview Jen, who's supporting Kennesaw. I'm gonna ask you like a couple of very simple questions. Okay. Are we ready? All right, great. College. I really like Georgia College's color scheme. It's just red, white, and blue, I think, but I think they did it in a really clever way. Mineral area, wearing hoodies, even though it is 75 degrees outside here in Atlanta, Georgia. Absolute legends.
If only Nick could hear you. Nick, come back.
If he's over 100 feet away, he can't.
You were whispering something, and he started smiling. I'm like, are you whispering?
Oh yeah, because he's got his headphone in if we're close enough. But
Bless you.
Gesundheit. Gesundheit again. You're welcome. I'm gonna go find him. Oh, there he is. Oh my. Oh, okay. Real stuff is starting. Real stuff. Competitive integrity needs to be upheld. We gotta get out of here. Yeah, I don't want to get in trouble. I get really embarrassed when I get yelled at.
30 is
Okay. Wow, it's not 10:30 yet.
It's only barely 10.
Woo! All right, it's gonna be a long. Hey, what's up? Surprise interview. Join me over here, though, so we have a cool backdrop. What are we here for?
Rocket League.
Awesome. I'm not gonna ask what school you go to because unless you swap hoodies, that seems pretty clear.
Alrighty, hello, welcome everybody to the NJCAAE Week 3 Valorant. We're gonna have the Hutchinson Community College Blue Dragons versus the South Puget Community College Clippers. I'm Spicy and I'm joined here with Squishy Sardine.
Hi, I'm Squishy Sardine reporting to you live from the SPSCC Esports Lounge. And today the match is going to be so much fun to watch. First map, I believe, is Icebox.
Yes.
With first map is Icebox with HCC on attack.
It's gonna be exciting. I mean, I don't know if you've seen much of HCC play, but they're definitely more of an attacking team. So I'm hoping that they come out strong and we see a nice balance of both teams, honestly.
In previous games with SPSCC, we've seen 2 Sentinel plays and sometimes even no Sentinel plays. So I'm really excited to see how the defense side starts off because the first half is so important, especially when trying to accrue some early rounds. Icebox is going to make it really interesting with really long angles. We're probably going to see Chamber come out, probably going to see a Sage. It's going to be so exciting.
Oh yeah, definitely. And yeah, like you were saying, those early rounds are so important. I know that if you go down like 2-7 or anything like at least a 4-round deficit, it can just be so heartbreaking and so difficult to climb back up.
Right, exactly. We're going to have to see really early in the pistol rounds who's going to take them. Pistol round's going to lead to round 2, and that 2 round with a bonus is going to be huge for whatever team gets it.
Economy is huge.
Economy is indeed huge. And actually, we've been seeing in higher professional plays, a lot of teams have been waiting till round 4. Usually, the rundown is you win the pistol round, you win the bonus round, you'll lose the 3rd, you buy on 4th. A lot of teams have started saving all the way until the 4th round. So we're gonna see if that play makes it out in this lobby.
Alrighty, well, I'm excited to be here. I'm sorry, I don't know too much about Valorant, but that's why we got Squishy here. He's the expert. He's the guy. He's got my back.
No worries. It's gonna be a ton of fun, and it's just gonna be a great game to watch.
Alrighty, it looks like that we're about to get started now. I believe both teams are in, getting ready, so shouldn't be too much longer.
Can't wait to see the champ picks. All right, on the side of South Puget Sound, Big Guns with the Chamber right away. Monkey on his usual jet. Rye on Sova, Duper on flashes, and Cheap with his Viper. This was the exact same setup they ran last week on their Icebox game. HutchCC, Phoenix on Phoenix, Sky, Viper, Breach, and Sova. 3 initiators, no sentinels. This is a super attack-sided team. It's going to be all about controlling the site and locking it down and using those flashes and recon utility to hold down those sites, hold down those angles, and make sure that SPSCC cannot retake.
Oh, absolutely. I'm excited. I mean, I don't know all the rules in Valorant, but it seems like you're pretty riled up, so I can't wait to see how this is going to go.
It's going to be an immovable force it's going to be an unstoppable force against an immovable object. We have a super defense-sided team versus an attack-sided team. Cannot wait to see how this plays out.
Oh,
Chief
yeah,
with an
definitely.
early A setup, and we have HutchCC setting up. Looks like it's going to be an A play.
Oh, there we go.
All right, and the round is starting. Early dart destroyed. That's a pretty quick rotate from Duper. Now it is a 4v5
yeah.
pushing onto the A side, and they are waiting for that utility to go down. Very
Looks like
quiet,
Monkey.
slow start. Utility goes down.
Oh!
Monkey goes down. Galligator gets him. They're waiting, playing for those picks.
And how long do you wait on this flank until you start to move in? Because this could be great. This could be big trouble for HTC.
Usually you want to wait until you can get a pick, so they got a pick, but they held off. I think they're going to wait for one more. See if they can find themselves one without taking too many casualties.
Oh!
Riles finds himself one. Utility usage has been great. Cheap picks himself one.
A beautiful trade there. Oh, we're seeing that flank move in.
Now, big guns on that chamber pick is going to start moving in. He's not going to catch anything, but it's going to be a big pinch movement. It's a 3v4. 30 seconds left. They got to get that bomb down.
Looks like Lovely's gonna meet Cheap.
Spike down
Duper trades off. Now it's a 2v3. Duper
HutchCC has
at
control.
no health.
Spike's gonna go down.
Spike down with 12 seconds to spare.
But the squeeze could be huge by Big Guns.
Big Guns picks himself up one.
They're both looking that way. Oh, he's gonna get good shots on Lovely.
Nice little tag.
Player standing.
Oh, the squeeze.
Doesn't get the turn in time. Kyle's
You
gonna
know,
take him down.
Lovely. Oh,
And
Lovely's
Duper.
gonna take Duper down as well.
Wow.
18 health in a dream. Oh my goodness.
Unlucky.
Beautiful work there by HutchCC. But I did
Alright,
think
yeah.
the pinch was gonna come in there by
Yep, he got himself one, but couldn't find himself another. And see exactly what I said. Now that HCC wins that first round, they're gonna buy themselves up some Spectres and full shields, and they are gonna try to secure this second round. Might lose on the third round as it's gonna be a full save from almost a full save from the side of SPSCC. They're hearing all the utility come out.
Damn, looks like
Big Guns is
SPSCC
gonna get first
coming
contact.
aggressive.
Gets a shot off, but nice TP away.
Oh yeah.
Pinch
Oh.
goes down. Duper caught reloading.
Down,
Ride trades off of him.
attacker spawn.
Cheap goes down. It is a big pinch in the mid, but the guns
Oh,
are just
that was a
way
double.
too much bigger.
Looks like it's gonna slide back to B here. And Big Gun's gonna watch out because he's about to get met with an absolute force.
Last player standing.
Oh, Monkey's gonna take him
The
down.
Double swing.
Just
It's
one.
a 1v4.
All up to Monkey. No, it's gonna be the
And-
other Monkey. Oh my goodness.
No. Monkey versus monkey.
Monkey on
And
Monkey.
HCC comes out on top.
Nice, we'll start here 2-0, but these early rounds, it's just not fair. These guns, the gun difference. Pistols
The
against...
gun difference is real, and now SPSCC has in their hands 5 Vandals versus 5 Spectres, but there's 0 money on the side of SPSCC. They need this round in order to secure themselves a little bit of a lead or to hold on. Otherwise, they might just end up getting steamrolled.
Now, I'm not quite sure how aggressive you should be, but I felt like last round we saw a huge push by SPSCC in the mid.
Usually when you're when you have weaker weapons, you want to try to force those early engagements, early kills. See if you can get yourself get one. Right, doesn't find himself one.
Right.
Doesn't want to push up too far. He doesn't want to give up that Vandal.
Oh, but that's a pretty good pinch there by SPSCC. And we're seeing...
Big Guns is going to go
Monkey
down,
wrap
and they're
around.
essentially going to have that early yellow play free. Monkey gonna try to take some contact here. It's 4 Vandals versus 4 Spectres. They definitely have the resources in hand.
Oh man.
Monkey gets hit by that dart.
Yeah, Monkey again.
Monkey takes him behind the wall.
Cheap with another.
Down B. One enemy remaining.
Monkey with the headshot.
1v4 now. It's all up to Lovely.
Lovely with a Sheriff in hand and a Spectre.
Oh, this
He's
is
gonna
not
walk
go.
into a
Oh my
4-man
gosh.
peek.
Absolutely no chance right there. Oh my goodness.
No chance for him. And SPSCC has secured themselves on the board 1-2, round 4.
And that's a big round to win, just like you were saying. We see that money coming in, and with the Vandals, whew, gotta be happy where you are right now.
Plenty of money. I'm sure they're feeling nice and confident going into this next round. They have to be careful though, because now HCC has in their hands 4 more Vandals. Now the game is essentially even now, and it is now all up to aim and skill.
Aim and skill.
Revealing area.
Early recon
they
going out. Gonna be an A side.
We're seeing
Monkey.
2 on this.
Monkey's gonna push
I
up.
think Earthly
Another
might know.
early-
Earthly
Another
might.
early peek.
No, Earthly doesn't know.
Monkey picks himself up, or Cheap picks himself up.
It's Monkey
early-
and Cheap. Rouse, he's starting to catch a whiff of what's going on over
This
here. Though.
early flank is dangerous because it is a 3-man push onto a 3-man hold. Ryle's trying to hold the. Oh, but he
Monkey.
can't. Monkey takes him down.
It's a
Big Guns is
2v5.
holding the site.
Last player standing.
Oh,
Big Guns with 2.
Down A.
Big Gun Super takes the 5th.
all tied up now.
It is a tie game and plenty of money in the hands of SPSCC. It's going to be a light buy with some marshals. Got a stinger and light armor down the board. Now these marshals, they're going to try and maybe take some long angles. Maybe shoot for an A push again. That B push, if you are down on a gun, you do not want to push that, which is why they pushed that in the 2nd round.
Oh yeah. And oh my goodness, how good was that flank by Monkey and Cheap? Goodness. Had the whole
Monkey
HutchCC
pushed up
split.
way more aggressive than I think that HCC was expecting. And now it is a middle setup with nothing but Rye to defend A, with a 5-man push on A.
You know, HutchCC has a
Monkey
opportunity
takes
to get
first.
through. Oh, Rye on Monkey.
Rye takes some damage. He's
Oh,
gonna run away. He's
hopping
backing
away.
out.
He's like, nah.
Monkey takes 2.
Is that on that flank? Oh, yeah, I wasn't even looking there.
Big Guns finds himself one with a nice headshot.
Flank is coming through. The flank is coming through.
Cheap takes him.
Spike down A.
Oh my.
And Monkey with the
by a
knife.
knife.
Oh
You
my
monkey.
god.
You can't be doing that, man. Oh
No
my
way.
goodness.
What a brutal run. Bouncing around. The rabbit boy is back.
That rabbit boy. I love that. I love that. These flanks are just killing HutchCC right now. Like, was that Monkey and Chief in the back again?
Monkey and Cheap doing it over and over, and now Monkey is setting himself up on A site to try and maybe do it again. The aggressive push. He is 6-2 on the board, but now he's got to be careful. Vandals in the hands. Vandals in the hands of HCC are gonna find himself one. Gonna quickly trade it. Big Guns finds himself 2.
Oh, couldn't get the
Alligator
third.
takes him down.
It's 2v2.
It's 2v2.
Already?
And they have it. It is going to be a very patient wait. A minute and 20 seconds still left to play in this round. Cheap has the ultimate. Here's the Viper wall go out to B. Might want to rotate, and he has that ultimate in hand to be able to use.
And each person is just inching slowly.
Trying to make as much ground as possible without taking any damage. Waiting for someone to make a mistake. Waiting for someone to push up a little too much.
It's Alligator with the spike here, but I don't know about this peak right here.
Alligator's pushing up.
Toxins going up.
Trying to take that. Puts the wall up. And the
Oh.
spike is going to go down.
30 seconds
Oh,
left.
Cheap.
Oh,
Cheap,
but the
keep it up.
Viper.
Planted.
Cheap gets one. Cheap a two.
Oh my
Stay from
goodness!
above.
What a fast retake. Let them get the spike. That's going to be a little bit extra money, but they got the round.
Oh yeah. Beautiful, beautiful teamwork there, Duper and Cheap.
Giving Duper the extra ult point. And that was a great retake. Such patience waiting.
Oh, yeah.
See how the way they waited all on A site. They were waiting, watched the rotate on to B, and once they saw that Viper wall go up, they secured themselves in really good positions.
And that timing by Cheap was nothing less than perfect. I mean, he got him right as soon both of them were just turned around. No competition.
Absolutely. Monkey not buying yet, but he has the ultimate in hand. Nope, there he buys that Vandal, and it is another full buy versus something light. Here's the mid setup, and an early pinch from Big Guns and Rye.
Now, I'm curious to see if HutchCC is going to be able to pick this up, because it has not been going well for them so far. It looks like, God, it's going to be
Absolutely
Earthly.
not. Rye finds himself one, finds himself two.
Mid.
Big Guns with
Monkey
another.
Raider takes him down, but Big Guns with two.
Oh my,
They don't know where the last is.
it's a
Up in the
1v4
tube, and Big Guns
already.
finds himself three.
And these flanks are just, the pinches, they're coming in, and HutchCC can't adapt to this.
It is too fast. They're gonna need Vandals, and they're gonna need to slow the game down. They need to wait for SPSCC to make a mistake. The Clippers are playing way too aggressive and have way too much money on their hands. HCC needs to really slow it down.
Absolutely. I mean, we can hardly even cast this. Everyone's just dropping so quickly. Just
It
one
is
after
way
the
too
other.
quick. SPSCC is too quick.
Someone's gotta go tell Cheap and Big Guns to slow down.
Absolutely. SPSCC Monkey with an early.
Oh,
But
what's
he
to the
gets
side?
taken down. Monkey Raider finds that
Right.
might be the pick they need, but Rye
Right, second.
picks himself up too.
Ooh.
Riles takes him down. It is a 3v2. That is exactly what they needed.
Cheap might. Oh, Cheap on Earthly.
She finds. Oh,
Oh,
what
just
a
looking the wrong
nasty
way.
pick.
Toxin screen down.
Caught looking.
One
No,
enemy
HutchCC
remaining.
could get on. No.
Spike
It's gonna be
down.
the pick on
Attacker
Lovely and
spawn.
Spikes down.
Big Guns finds himself one, but they have the spike. Riles is gonna need to find that.
And that's so detrimental.
Minute left, and he's got to push through a whole Viper ultimate to get that spike.
he's shaking back and forth. He's got to get those
Hoping-
angles.
Mr. Miyagi, look left, look right, wax on, wax off.
Wax on, wax off. He's gonna need the wax on to take care of Cheap.
30 seconds
Oh.
left. I'm a little scared. There's the flash.
30
Tries
seconds
to make
left.
it quick. Doesn't find himself anything. He's got to grab that spike quickly before his health drops
Oh,
to
yeah.
1. He is dropping
Oh,
health
he's
quick.
dropping quick. He's got to make a move. He's got to make a move.
That is not the position you want to be in. Big Guns picks himself up on Riles and says, nope,
Absolutely not.
not in the ult, on the outside. Big Guns holding down the scoreboard, 11-4.
Oh yeah, an absolute monster right now.
He is a defensive machine. That immovable wall is feeling extra immovable right now.
Extra immovable.
Extra immovable.
I mean, those flanks by Monkey, Cheap, Big Guns, they've just been untouchable, honestly.
It's almost like they don't care. There's the ult out. Big Guns is going to TP away. That ult is not going to connect on anyone. They know it is
Oh, Big Guns.
it is a full push.
Monkey, but a knife?
Last player standing.
Oh
my
my.
God. And it is just a
Oh, the
bloodbath.
Galligator. Galligator's gonna fall too. A
Big
flawless
Guns
round.
3 again, holding down the scoreboard.
And now HutchCC is getting into a dangerous deficit, I'd say. Not what you want to see, especially with Big Guns popping up like this. 14-4 now. This man was just
There
at 11-4.
Exactly. There is so much money on the side of SPSCC. They have secured that economy perfectly. And
Oh, yeah.
now they have so many rounds to sandbag, to cushion up. They are playing so well right now.
They've got the dough. I mean, we see a lot of ults ready on the HutchCC side, but
That is
it gonna
true.
be
There's
enough?
that early recon. Duper's going to take it down. They have the ultimates to play. definitely if they can at least secure Viper on site, that might be a secured round, and that just might be the reset they need.
Oh, Monkey looking the
But-
peak. Get involved here.
Down.
No, it's
Right,
right.
takes one.
Looking for another one. Gallagher's gonna fall.
Spike down.
It's Monkey
A.
from above.
What are these crosshairs?
That's what
They're
I'm saying.
huge. Rye with 3. Rye with 4.
Oh my.
Running around, these crosshairs are brutal.
See, I thought I was bugging at first, but no, these crosshairs are just obnoxiously huge. What?
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. And it's Rye taking over that round for a little 4-piece. Oh, there's nothing little about that.
Honestly, I don't even know what HCC can do here to
Dude.
win themselves secure themselves around. They have the Vandals, they have the armor, but do they have the map knowledge and skill to push through this wall?
I mean, if you ask Rye or Big Guns, I'm thinking they're gonna say no.
Exactly. They're gonna hold these angles cheap,
We're seeing
playing
another
mid
flank here.
defensively. Rye with an ult finds himself
Spike
1.
down. Attacker spawn.
He knows where they are,
One
finds himself
enemy
2.
remaining.
That's a big ult. And it is a 1v4. Monkey
One.
Raider finds 1.
Oh, it's gonna be
Rye.
Rye. A 4-piece
Rye.
and a 3-piece. Rye, calm down.
What?
15 and
in the half.
5. Ew.
Sandwiched by Rye Bread himself. It is over. Last round in the half,
Oh my goodness.
and it is not looking good for HCC. They had those 2 early rounds on pistols, but that might be secured for the half. That might
Jeez.
be all they get with Rye and Big Guns being defensive masterminds, playing up middle, playing really strong off of ultimates. Big Guns with the ult.
You're dead.
They are outgunned. They do not want to be walking into this.
Ooh.
Big Guns TP's away.
I've got
Be
your
safe. They
trail.
know he's behind yellow.
I was trying to get a little aggressive here.
And this is some good
Oh.
util usage with the ultimate. The flash and the dog. Big Guns and cheap.
Get back. It's Monkey
Immovable
for 1.
Monkey with an up.
Down.
Oh, the
Spike
snipers
down,
are
B.
too strong to push onto. They've made some space onto site.
Oh no, it's not looking good here.
Oh no, it is a
No. Up there,
1v4.
Earthquake's gonna be taken down.
Unbelievable.
10-2. It's just like
Switching
they
sides.
can do no wrong. SPSCC can't do any wrong.
They either push too quickly, or they're behind somewhere, or they retake the site way too well. Playing around yellow is not the play, because those snipers at those long ranges are impossible when you're up against with Spectres.
Honestly. And it's been a little quiet for Monkey these last 2 rounds, but he's been putting in that honest work. 10 and 5.
Oh yeah, he may not be he may not be shining, but he is putting in some solid holding that mid scoreboard.
Not shining, but glowing.
Absolutely, great way to put it. And Duper and Cheap, 6 assists each. Honestly, that's the life of an initiator and a controller. Earthly with an early pick on the Monkey. Nice headshot.
Oh,
Duper
Duper
takes down
back on
Earthly.
him.
Cheap and Duper. Bottom of the scoreboard, but they're
Right.
pushing up mid.
Right, what are these
Player
crosshairs?
standing.
Oh no! And
It's all
this
through
might be
Riles.
where it comes 11-2.
1v4, I don't
Spike
know.
planted.
It's a pistol
I-
round.
I believe.
down.
Oh.
Riles finds 1. It's a 1v3.
Onto the right. Big Guns might be next. Or Cheap.
Aimed just a little too high. Would have had that headshot.
Oh yeah.
Flash out.
You have to watch
Finds
out here
Cheap.
because Big Guns trying
He's got to look
sandwich-
left and then he's got to look right.
Enemy remaining.
On the Big Guns! Oh boy, it's just Duper. Duper rounds!
Riles with a 1v4!
Oh my god! Does he have time? He has time. He has time.
Plenty of time to defuse that bomb. And
Oh
there's the
my.
pistol round.
Clutch.
10-3.
You put up a fight.
Still got some work to do, but that's exactly how you want to get started on this comeback.
It's going to be a
Jeez.
slow climb, but Riles heading that climb, it's totally possible for HCC.
He was taking those plays personally.
Absolutely, and we're seeing some huge confidence out of the side of SPSCC, buying themselves up with full armor and stingers. They are not willing to lose this round. They're trying to get out of here and go on to game 2.
Absolutely. I mean, you just gotta shake that one off for your SPSCC. I mean, that hurts. Like, I believe that's a 1v5, 1v4. Oh, lovely monkey.
Monkey finds us on first contact, but nice headshot. What a flip!
Monkey's gonna
It
hit
is
it
a
out.
big storm. They're picking up Spectres, and they are improving.
Oh,
Caught reloading. Earthly goes down.
just swarming through.
Yes!
Oh my goodness. He's looking to go
The
big
spray
again.
transfer. That's a nice flash. He's
2v1,
pushing out.
guys taking up
Alligator,
Alligator.
and they take round 2.
Oh my
That
goodness.
is devastating for SPSCC.
They gotta start watching out because Rouse is heating up. 10-4. Let's see that scoreboard. Let's see how Rouse is doing. 15 to 10.
15 and 10.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, and now they got some money. SPSCC forcing up again. They are way too confident. They are trying to push this game and end it now.
And you know, it was looking so good for SPSCC at the beginning of that round, but I feel like they just got too aggressive, and Rouse
They
just
got
picked
way-
up some easy kills.
Yep, they let go of the sight and they started every player is trying to be the best on the scoreboard.
16 and 6, 16 and 8, 12 and 6. Sheesh.
There's that knife out. Not gonna find anyone. It's a light A hold.
Monkey.
Oh
Oh.
my god, they
Keep it
take the
right.
sight too quickly. It's a repeat of last round.
Oh, you gotta watch out because
Picking up,
Ryan
picking
wants
up
more.
bigger guns.
No, he's gonna skip back. He learned his lesson. He learned his lesson. Monkey
Right,
up top.
he learned his lesson from last round. That is great gaming. Improving.
Oh.
Look, Earthly takes down
Player
Monkey.
standing.
Rife another on a 3, looking for a 4th one, but it's Riles' last one up.
Big guns on no HP. He's got to be really careful.
They go big here.
There's the flash out behind the wall. Flashing again.
Oh, Rice
Right.
gonna find his 4th.
Monkey stole the ace. All right.
You know,
SPSCC takes their first round on attack side, and now they got Vandals on Vandals.
28 for Ryder, and I gotta say, I don't watch a whole lot of Valorant, but I've never seen crosshairs like those before. I'm gonna be honest.
Definitely not. I think they got a little cocky on how they're gonna play this out. Definitely saw the big lead, the big 10-round streak, and they're saying we'll win even if we're at a disadvantage. But as you can see, those 2 rounds were definitely wake-up calls.
Oh yeah.
Back to the normal crosshairs. He's starting up the dash. Dodges the flash.
Monkey on monkey. Oh, monkey. But he's gonna get traded out by Cheap there.
Monkey Raider seems to be winning his duels. Monkey v monkey.
Monkey v monkey. SPSCC looking to get a little aggressive here, and it looks like Lovely's gonna come in the back to try to help out Galligator, but oh, there's another one. Riles.
Riles is playing like an absolute machine. Pick after pick, holding it down for his team, making it a 4v3.
Absolutely can do no wrong.
Chiefs just
Oh, Galligator just went into a slaughter.
Galligator stands right into 3 different mollies.
And that is not what you want to see.
Do not want to be in that situation, especially when full blind.
Hopefully just trying to put some shots
Waiting.
through here.
Nope,
Oh.
trying to wait around this Viper ultimate.
Found them.
There goes the recon.
30
He finds
seconds
one.
left.
They're playing in this ultimate, but there is 30 seconds left on the board. That spike
They
needs
got
to
it
go
going.
down.
Oh,
Earthly!
Earthly through it. Oh, okay. Oh, they're not gonna rotate out.
They're not rotating out, but I
Oh,
think
jeez.
HCC thinks they are.
Oh, oh no! They're catching with. They know what's up. Right,
That's a nice shot. That's gonna open up the
Res
sight.
for more. On the
They gotta
Riles.
hold it down.
Riles is weak. No,
Spike is down with 3 seconds left.
Lovely,
Cooper finds a Broad, finds another.
Oh, that was a little
they-
closer of one. I like that round.
They definitely, the gears were turning for SPSCC. The smoke was coming out the ears. They were thinking on that one, but they have secured themselves at least a tie, potentially overtime. HCC has to just take 8 more rounds, 8 rounds in a row.
Just 8 more
not-
rounds.
It's not impossible. It's not impossible.
Not impossible. I would say we'll be here for a while if that's the case.
It would be a long, long game. Here's the ace setup. There's the early KO ult. I think they're looking to end this right
Oh,
here
yeah.
and right now.
They're pushing straight into A.
Cooper acting like a
Alright.
meat shield, but he's gonna find himself one.
Oh my goodness,
And
Molloy
there's
gets
just
sprayed through the
so
wall.
much, too much happening to even talk about.
Oh.
Oh,
Straight to the dome. It's up the Galligator.
Alligator
1v4.
1v4 to
Gets two.
hold him in this game.
Oh, it's not
Duper
gonna be
takes
enough.
him down.
SPSCC with a 13-4 map 1 win. Whew.
Wow.
Goodness. Rye, what are you doing? What are you eating,
Rye
man?
holding down the game, securing defense and offense. That utility usage was amazing. His ultimates were almost perfect every single time.
Every time.
Can't get much better than that. Holding down the team.
And those,
Big flanks.
oh yeah. I was just about to say, those defensive flanks were killer for HutchCC during their attacking rounds. I mean,
Oh
it
yeah.
was almost like SPSCC was on attack.
Right. Almost trading off roles, playing super aggressive, and HCC just did not have the wherewithal to adapt and trade off. Hopefully, in this next game, we'll see something maybe a little bit different, maybe a little bit slower plays. Maybe we'll see a tighter angle holding, maybe a little bit more corner camping. We'll hope to see some anti-rotate. We might actually see a sentinel on the
Anti-rotate.
side of
Anti-Rye.
Exactly.
We gotta cut that
And-
sandwich in half.
Absolutely. Rye bread is tough to cut through.
Oh yeah.
So HCC did not use a sentinel that game, and sentinels are usually champions that are good for anti-flanks. That chamber is a great anti-flank character, and they're great at holding down when they're on defense. So hopefully HCC hears this wake-up call and says, you know what, we got to pull out the chamber, we got to pull out the sage, we got to make something happen, maybe even a Cypher pick. I have yet to see a Cypher be played on the side of SPSCC. Hopefully something changes and it becomes a more defense-sided game.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's hard to miss that wake-up call. 13-4. That's not what you want to see at all. And you know, at the beginning of those rounds, I thought we were gonna have a pretty close game, but Rye, Big Guns, they just took off. Never came back.
They held on super strong, and once they got rolling, it was too tough to break.
Absolutely. And it looks like we're going to be going to a break here soon, but we'll be right back, so don't go too far.
Absolutely, folks at home, go get yourself some chips. Ryle's trying to hold them. Oh, but he
Monkey.
can't. Monkey takes him down.
It's a
Big Guns is holding the site.
Player standing.
Big Guns with two.
Down A.
Big Guns. Super takes the fifth.
Is that on that flank? Oh, yeah, I wasn't even looking there.
Big Guns finds himself one with a nice headshot.
Flank is coming through. The flank is coming through.
Cheap takes him.
Spike down A.
Oh my.
And Monkey with
Monkey
the
by a
knife.
knife.
Oh. Trying to take that. Puts the wall up. And the
Oh.
spike is going to go down.
30 seconds
Oh,
left.
Cheap.
Oh,
Cheap,
but the
keep it
quick
up.
Viper.
Cheap gets one. Cheap a two.
Super. Oh
And
my
that's different from
goodness.
above. GC is going to be able to pick this up because it has not been going well for them so far. It looks like, God, it's going to be
Absolutely
earthly.
not. Rye finds himself one, finds himself two.
Two.
Mid.
Big Guns with
Monkey
another.
Raider takes him down, but Big Guns with two.
my-
They don't know where the last is.
It's a
Up in the
1v4
tube, and Big Guns
already.
finds himself three. There's the ult out. Big Guns is going to TP away. That ult is not going to connect on anyone. They know it is
Oh, Big Guns.
it is a full push.
Monkey with a knife?
Last player standing.
Oh my.
God. And it is just a
Oh, the
bloodbath.
Galligator. Galligator's going to fall to a
Big
flawless
Guns
round.
3-1.
Looking for another one. Galligator's going to fall.
Spike down
It's much
A.
from above.
What are these crosshairs?
That's what
They're
I'm saying.
huge.
What?
Rye with three. Rye with four.
Oh my.
Running around these crosshairs, these angles cheap.
We're seeing
Playing
another
mid
flank here.
defensively. Rye with an ult, finds himself
Spike
one.
down. Attacker spawn.
He knows where they are,
One
finds himself
enemy
two.
remaining.
That's a big ult. Had that headshot.
Oh yeah.
Flash out.
You have to
Finds
watch out here
Cheap.
because Big Guns.
He's got to look left and then he's got to look right.
Enemy remaining.
On the Big
Find
Guns! Oh boy, it's just Duper. Duper in the house!
Rolls with a 1v4!
Oh my God!
Picking up Spectres and they are improving.
Oh.
Caught reloading. Earthly goes down.
Just swarming through.
Bucket with three!
Oh my goodness. He's looking to go
The
big again.
spray transfer. That's a nice flash. He's
2v1,
pushing out.
guys taking up
Alligator,
Alligator.
and much happening to even talk about.
Oh,
Oh,
straight to the dome. It's up the Alligator.
Alligator 1v4 to
Gets 2.
hold them in this game.
Oh, it's not
Duper
gonna be
takes
enough.
him.
I got my jersey on with my name on it.
Oh, you do? Show us your jersey. Look at John T. Turbo here.
Yeah,
That's not his name. I just keep calling him that. His
Yeah.
name is John, but
My name is John Turbesi.
yeah,
That's my
not
name.
John T. Turbo.
Yeah, I get the message that I'm going to Nebraska where I met you.
Oh, that's so crazy! So, context, if we're probably never going to use this, but we're going to talk about it. Turbo and I met at a LAN like over a year ago. That's so crazy. What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Collegiate Esports Commissioners Cup. I am Septilance, joined by a man I have interviewed probably well over 10 times. It's going to be my good friend Neb, here from Bay State Overwatch team. Neb looked at me before he started his last series, and he said, "We are not dropping a map for the rest of the day." And so far, he has lived up to that title. But Neb, is there anybody you're thinking, we've got to get them out of the way, we've got to take them down?
No.
No? Just looking at it, each fight's its own, every game going into it, just taking it as it comes?
I have the confidence right now that we're not going to drop a single map.
I love Neb because not only is he confident, but he's correct. Bay State is one of the best Overwatch teams I've ever seen. So it's always good to hear from. I love the confidence, and I love Bay State, so I hope they do a great job this weekend. So what qualifier, did you win a qualifier to get here?
At large bid.
We're looking at Rocket League, we're thinking high odds, low odds, where do we think we're walking away?
I think pretty high. I think we're doing pretty good.
Is there anybody that you're looking at, you're like, please do not let us go up against them unless we absolutely have to?
I mean, really, everybody's good competition. So
And sorry, what was your name?
Ethan.
Ethan from Mineral Area.
Yep.
Very exciting. Well, Ethan, good luck.
Thank you.
We'll see you soon. What kind of pass? A player pass?
Let me get you a lanyard.
No, you actually have to like tape it to your chest, like really awkwardly with masking tape, and it's gonna fall off. Yeah, it's gonna be uncomfortable. I promise. That's a guarantee. Okay, cut that. I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, great. I'm great. Everything's good.
Who do we interview? Who should we interview?
I don't know. I'm just here. I need caffeine.
That's why we're here, right? This is why a lot of people are trying to figure out, how do we replicate what you guys are doing? How do they do what you guys are doing?
Alrighty, we are back from the break. Just getting ready for map 2, which is going to be on Bind. We are through the NJCAAE, the National Junior College Athletic Association Esports. Joined here still with Squishy. And Squishy, what do you feel about that last game? Do you think Hutch can come back in this map too?
Bind is one of those maps that's super tricky. Whoever has the momentum is really gonna take it. The teleporters on B long and that middle area are super important. Whoever can hold down middle and hold down the teleporters the best is going to take as many rounds as they can. So, playing defensive characters, hopefully HCC, like we said earlier, gets that wake-up call. Definitely needs to play some Sentinels on this map. Hold down these teleporters because they can be absolutely brutal and super game-changing.
Absolutely. And you talk about whoever has the momentum is going to pop off. Now, how much momentum are we talking? Because I thought HutchCC had a lot of momentum going into that first game, and it just flopped. It went lopsided.
Right, and with maps like Icebox, that momentum is quickly nullified if you're going up against opponents with bigger guns. Whoever has the biggest gun is typically going to win. But with Bind, the angles are a little bit shorter. You don't need as big of a gun. We're going to see less Vandals, probably a little bit more Phantoms. It's whoever has the right team play and whoever has the right defense is going to win. Long angles really don't mean anything as long as you're using your utility right. So that momentum is going to be even more brutal even if you don't have the biggest gun on the field.
Sounds good. Size doesn't matter. You heard it here.
Right? That is so true. Size does not matter.
It looks like we're going to be getting right into it here. And Squishy, let's take a look at these picks. What's it looking like?
All right. Cheap has picked himself, taken off the Viper, and he's instead going for Brimstone. Monkey switching off Jet and playing Raze. That's not a pick that I've seen him do too often. And there it is. Alligator switching off the Viper, picking the Sage. There's the defensive pick that they were looking for.
Now we just got to hope that's going to be enough for this team.
Absolutely. We have a Sentinel and a Controller, and that's going to be crazy. So this right here is, I believe that's a B site. B site has a lot of weird angles to hold. There's this
Oh, yeah.
hookah right here in the middle, this weird connector area. You have to jump through that window to get onto the site. And that center piece right there on site is actually a tube. But players can sit in that. Here's more attack side. This is, and on that left side in the back of that corridor is going to be a teleporter. It's going to take you all the way to the other side of the map. Playing for teleporters is huge.
Oh yeah, and I can see it on the map there.
SPSCC on defense side.
There.
And here we go. 15 seconds until round starts. A lot of ghosts coming out.
You think we're gonna see an aggressive flank here, round 1?
I don't know how aggressive they're gonna play it. They might want to test the waters the first few rounds and maybe see if they need to.
Oh,
Double Roombas going out at the exact same time.
Oh. Just
Riles
smacking its way in.
Hookah. Monkey throws that nade down.
Oh.
Gonna take some big damage.
Oh yeah.
And Riles is holding nice and careful.
Monkey might be able to get it.
Ready to push.
Duper,
And
and
it's
it's
a-
a 2 on him! Monkey's gonna get that pick.
Looks away from the blind. Monkey Raider goes down.
Oh, Rouse.
Monkey.
Rai did get the trade, but... Oh, it's Rai's gonna get the best of
All right.
Rouse!
Rai.
I can't miss.
Oh
One
my...
enemy
big
remaining.
Big guns with the
flank.
big
Spike
flank.
down B.
And it is a 1v3 Earthly.
Where are
Low on
you?
Oh,
health.
Rai knows. He's got an idea.
Oh, picks up his location.
So close.
He is marked.
He's
There's no
moving, but
util to
Chief,
really follow
Chief's
up on
gonna
that.
catch him. Oh. Oh. Doesn't got much to go here.
Here's the patient yet devastating push. He is
The
pinched.
Rai bread.
It is a 2v1.
That's not even fair.
Rai.
Damn.
Early 4K. Rai's got some money in the bank. We're definitely going to see them force up here.
Oh yeah.
Big guns cheap, already buying Spectres.
Whew. We talk about that momentum, and it's coming in quickly for Rai. If HutchCC's not careful, this man is gonna pop another 20.
Oh yeah. Duper picked himself up a Bucky. Look at, he's probably gonna sit inside hookah with Monkey. I love seeing shotguns come out so early, especially in these tight angles.
I absolutely
Duper's
despise
got
it.
the play. He throws out that utility. He's gonna hold him off. He throws the flash. He's gonna go for the peek.
Oh yeah, this is a beautiful hold
Notices
too.
one, but he's running to the other side.
So we see
Better to play
this.
safe than sorry.
This 2-man flank is. Oh, if HutchCC doesn't get going, this is not gonna end well for them.
Absolutely. And like we said in the last game, when you are low on guns, you have to play fast and you have to play strong, and they are just not doing that.
Oh yeah.
Big Guns has this rotate. He's got to be careful not to
Big
give up that
Guns.
Spectre.
Oh, it's one. Oh, cover loading!
Caught reloading!
Oh, it doesn't
but
matter!
Chief is there to help him out! Chief with
Big
two!
Guns!
Monkey's flying on the map! Oh,
No.
the knives are
Go for the
out!
knife.
Oh,
No,
Chief! Triple kill with a knife to finish.
Oh my goodness.
The blades were brandished. That has got to be so upsetting.
Yo, we gotta see Rao's point of view on that. This is people flying around.
I know. Looks like HCC finally got some money in the bank. They're going to buy out 3 Vandals, 2 Spectres. Earthly's still on that Spectre, but that is full armor. Duper sticking with the Bucky.
I mean,
Love
it
the
worked.
shot
That was a
that play.
beautiful hold there. Beautiful hold with the flank to come in.
Absolutely.
Oh, it looks like this flank is gonna get red. All the TP.
Oh my
SPSCC.
god!
Right.
2-man TP to pinch him.
It is gonna come out
And
even
they-
though. Riles.
One enemy
Riles
remaining.
holding down.
It's a 2v1 for Duper.
Duper is trapped in here, and he throws.
That's not what
Misses
you
his
wanna
molly,
see.
throws it back on himself.
Oh, they want him. They want him so badly.
This is
The
not
penguin
looking good
spray.
for SPSCC. Throwing the flash behind him, opening the door, blinding out.
Oh.
He's got to run. He is now
He's
scotch
gonna
free.
keep peeking. He's gonna keep peeking. He doesn't want to be scotch free. He wants more.
Picks up the Vandal though. He has a dangerous weapon in his hands. Knife goes out to get some early intel, but
Spike
doesn't pick up
planted.
anything. He knows Earthly has to be on that left side.
Rouse still trying to watch the back. It's gonna be Earthly on Duper. Oh, he's just sneaking around. Oh!
Oh, and what a hold by Earthly.
HutchCC gonna get on the board now, 2-1.
Earthly looks like a bit of a mistake there. I think he meant to go pick up that Vandal, but maybe got caught celebrating a little bit.
Happens to the best of us, you know? Get a little excited.
Absolutely. When you're finally on the board, it's worth it.
Oh, yeah. Now just gotta keep going. We talked about that momentum, and I don't know. It could go either way. Rouse is starting to heat up, but Rai was going huge.
Absolutely. It is anyone's game at this point. The economy is pretty similar on both sides. It is just whoever has the best team play. It is a two-man kind of that middle short area hold. Cheap. That's a trial through the smoke.
Oh my goodness. Big guns. Looking like.
Now, for folks watching at home, should HCC win this game, we will go on to a match 3, and that will be on Pearl. Big Guns picks himself up 1. It is a good defense, and now HCC
he gets Riles
picks up
2. That's huge.
Duper gets some intel. He's gonna place down that molly to slow him down, and it is a big rotate.
Man.
You can see him rotating out.
Oh yeah,
Monkey going all the way through their spawn.
The flanks are coming in. The pinch is coming. HutchCC is getting trapped. That's not what you want to see.
Locked in the showers right
big
now.
Guns. It's
Big Guns 3. Does he get the ace?
He wants it.
He wants it. There's 4.
5.
That's his 5. Big Guns with an ace. What a play.
Oh my. He was not going to be denied. 9-1, 6-1. Oh my lord. Talk about a way to start the game.
The immovable wall is alive for this game.
Oh, I think it's moving. I think it's fighting back at this point. It's no longer just an immovable wall. It's
got some
punching
spikes
wall.
on it.
Yeah. It's doing some damage.
Absolutely. Riles seems to like to play up towards this middle area. Gets caught out by the Roomba.
Rouse on Monkey. Monkey
almost invisible.
Oh, right!
Rai 2!
Rai! Oh.
Rai with 3!
What?
Oh, does Rai ace here?
He wants more!
Back to...
Rai on Riles.
Oh, Riles takes him down. The Rai light is not completed. Monkey moving around, he's flying around.
Not much you can do there.
He is a gnat.
Oh,
absolutely being irritating. So irritating to look at.
Oh yeah. Just flying around you, buzzing. You know it's there. You try to hit it, but it's just beep.
Not happening.
Goodness. I honestly thought we were gonna see an ace there by Rai. He was crazy shots.
He definitely zoned in. He wanted it.
Oh yeah.
Wants the Rai light, but I don't know. Hopefully he'll get his chance at another Rai light.
Whew. He's giving out buzz cuts.
Standing ahead.
Absolutely.
We'll catch them.
There's that early intel. Not gonna find anyone.
Bring them down.
All right.
Rai is
gonna get involved
dumping
here.
utility. Rai playing around this corner.
It's Rai on Riles, and I like this matchup. This is a high skill matchup.
Absolutely.
Oh.
It is slow and quiet. A minute left, and they are waiting so patiently. You can see on the map they got that Sova there waiting, watching that flank.
Find you.
Not sure if he's gonna find anything super soon. Haunt picks up 1.
And this is a great hold. I mean, the utility's coming in perfectly for SPSCC. They've got HutchCC right where they want them.
Quick fatal Monkey with 1. That
Big
Guns, big spray 3.
Oh, he's looking for the 4th. No,
He's not looking the right way though.
Oh my! I thought he was gonna get the turn.
Hyper 32, the sub for HCC is left to hold.
Where did Big Guns even come from? Oh my goodness!
Just rushed through that TP and stormed them.
13-2, and Rai's got some competition for him.
Absolutely.
5-1 though. Whew. SPSCC has the momentum. They're just rolling forward.
That is so true, but now we're seeing some money in the hands of HCC. They got some Vandals, they got some armor. Just depends on if they can push through this wall. Big Guns with an early off shot. Folks watching at home that don't know, that gun right there is the big bad one. It's the operator.
The big bad one.
The big bad gun. A single body shot is enough to take down a player. You
Good.
have full armor. Monkey needs looking the wrong way.
It's Monkey Raider on Monkey again.
Monkey Raider seems to have Monkey dialed in and gets him every time.
A nice little matchup there. Oh, he might.
Rye on Riles, Monkey on Monkey Raider. How fun.
Monkey Raider is hitting this flank. Oh.
He's ready.
Oh, he's gonna get the flank. That's a big kill.
No, they have full clearance to rotate out. They said, screw you, we're not going to B.
Oh yeah.
You have your sentinel there, we're gonna go to A, where we know your initiator is.
They're dipping out.
Initiators, absolutely. Look at that, Monkey Raider is gonna make tons of space up with Cubby. And here's the push.
Ooh.
Checking every corner, it is clear.
20 seconds though, you gotta get going.
Gotta move.
Ooh, Duper's gonna spike Alligator.
Duper finds one, does he get his first kill here?
Oh. Picking him up.
There's the knife out. That spike is going down. This is a great play.
Big Guns with his bad boy in hand.
One enemy.
Oh, Big Guns through the wall!
What? You can't be doing that out here, man.
Big Guns with 4
Yo.
ace and a 4K. Big Guns,
He's just...
man of the hour.
Oh yeah. I mean, we gotta see that scoreboard. I think he's like what? Gotta be
He's almost
16.
He's almost to
17.
17. Almost to 20, and the half isn't even over. Trying to decide, does Rye get the ult point or does Duper? Defusing that spike is going to get you one step closer to using your ultimate ability, and that's going to be huge
Oh yeah.
for SPSCC.
And it's been a little quiet there for Duper and Monkey on the SPSCC side, but it's hard to get much going for you when you got Big Guns out here 17-2 and Rye 10-2.
That is so true. Big Guns is a hog, and he is hogging up all the kills. Duper and Monkey are playing a little bit more aggressive characters, so maybe on attack side we'll get to see a little bit more action from them.
Oh, absolutely.
Go get him.
Because like if you take a look at the scoreboard, Riles, well, he did have a great round last game. As the initiator, he's gonna, or as the duelist, he's gonna be taking a lot of those early picks, and he's gonna be finding himself in action as the attacker.
Bring them down.
On defense side, it might be the opposite. Rye, the dog goes down. They have some intel, and HCC is huddled all together.
Oh, yeah.
They are scared of the flank.
Oh yeah,
They're giving
they got at least 3
SPSCC
people.
too much time.
Yeah. And we're gonna see that push coming in the mid here. Yeah, it's gonna take out Earthly.
Rye takes one.
Right. One with some more.
Defensive
Oh,
hold. Riles, nice headshot with a Guardian.
Nice little clap back there, but they still gotta get moving. 45 seconds left. They haven't made any progress.
They are stuck on that fountain area.
Oh, Monkey!
Nice headshot. Nice 2, 3.
Down B.
Before he's taken down and Rouse is in another 1v3 situation.
1v3, 30 seconds left. He has the ultimate
30
to
seconds
use.
left.
Picks up the Vandal. It could be possible. We've seen him clutch and
I have
come
this
back
fight.
Oh,
way
yeah.
worse than this. But Big Guns, he's going to walk right into Big Guns with the operator.
Oh,
Oh, he misses his shot.
Satchel out.
13 seconds.
Another dodge there.
10
He's
seconds.
got 10 left.
Riles!
He's got to get that spike down. He's just
Grenade.
Oh, nice little nade there. He's gotta go there.
planting right in the middle. Ah, but the ultimate goes out.
Oh,
And there
That
is
is
no
not gonna
time.
be
That
time.
is so frustrating.
a beautiful alt play. Oh my goodness.
Really good defense by Cheap. Waiting right in the middle of spawn so he could either hit any site he needed to, but once he knew it was a guaranteed B hit, held that site, and he was ready for that ultimate.
Oh yeah. And we're just seeing SPC's fragging out. I mean, Earthly 1-7, Galligator 1-8, Hyper 1-8. The Slain has not been going HutchCC's way, and that is shown.
Absolutely. Take a look at the scoreboard. It is win by kills, win by kills, win by kills. Only those last 2 rounds have been win by defuse and win by time.
Absolutely.
Here comes the breach ult, gonna hold off. Curator trying to make some space. Checking his corner, he is pushed up all the way to long. They have control of that teleporter, and that might be big for them.
Oh yeah.
Monkey in their spawn again, ready for this rotate flank.
Oh
Takes the
my
ult orb.
lord. Oh.
Rye bouncing up and down.
Rouse might read this. It's gonna come down to timing though. It's gonna come down to timing. Oh!
Monkey has himself. Imagine if he ults right here.
Oh my goodness. You have so much. You have so much.
The patience, the
Oh,
discipline.
2! Oh,
Oh
can't
my,
get much more
doesn't
now.
get more than 2, but the discipline on that was
Oh,
amazing.
yeah. Lined up the
All three
headshot.
All 3 members have taken the teleporter. They're pushing into showers, but they're gonna push right into Big Guns. He finds himself 1. He's gonna rotate back. He's got that operator in hand. He is dangerous.
He is dirty. Absolutely filthy with that. I would not want to be on the same map with him on that.
Absolutely not pushing without any, at least any like flashes or any utility that might help you. Galligator brings back up Monkey Raider, giving him a second chance. Here's his redemption.
Oh, I don't know. Rye is looking like he wants to take that away.
There's that breach
No.
ult. Big Guns with a collateral shot.
Yo, Big Guns doing too much out here. 20
2
and 3.
birds, 1 bullet, and that's all Big Guns needs.
Sheesh.
And he has hit himself 20 kills, moving into the 10th round. He is averaging over 2 kills a round. Good lord.
He just can't be stopped right now. He's heated. He is the momentum right now.
Looks like they're trying to. Monkey is trying to bounce up on top, but there's not enough time. Doesn't buy a gun. He's sticking with the classic. Might have been
Classic.
misfired. He's got nothing but utility. There's the Roomba. It goes out. Not going to connect on anybody. Monkey Raider finds himself cheap. Utility in showers is going out. Riles trying to clear that U-Haul.
Oh,
Monkey with a big ult.
Oh,
Picks up some damage on Monkey Raider, but not enough to kill either him or Galligator.
Curator.
There's the anti-rotate.
Oh,
Monkey Raider gets healed.
Monkey's trying to line
This
up that
could be
heady.
bad. And he's got some really good line right here. It is just it is a war of attrition. Whoever's more patient.
Oh,
The recon
they
utility.
give the space.
Recon utility gonna stop that.
Oh,
Monkey
Monkey Raider on Monkey again! Oh my goodness. We need to see it.
Well, how many is that? Is that 4?
I have no
Riles
idea.
through the wall. This might be a
Last player
Oh,
CC.
the trade.
Cooper gets
30
one.
seconds.
Rye
Right,
gets
snipe.
another, but Galligator
Down A.
1v3.
Oh,
Still waiting.
yo, through the
my
smoke?
goodness.
Oh, I was gonna say, did you see him? Earthly
He has
gets
his
a few
ultimate.
picks.
I'll find
smoke.
you. Spike
The
planted.
recon out.
Spike is down. 66 health, but Snipe could come in huge. They're gonna play those short angles.
He's
Oh,
looking
just
for a
another
better.
snipe.
He's looking for a gun that'll help him, but he is finding no love.
Oh,
He might be looking the wrong way.
it's gonna come down to.
Riles is gonna hold that
timing.
short angle.
Oh. Oh!
Oh, misses the no scope. Gonna try again.
Remaining.
Charge it in! Gets
Finds
hit!
himself Riles. Grabs the Vandal.
Oh,
Oh, but
he's gonna
there's
play
the
time.
ultimate
He's
on the
gonna play
side
time.
of Earthly. Second he starts defusing. And that is a round
Oof.
secured for HCC. Rye, no time to escape. And HCC takes a second
round.
for themselves.
8-2. Oh my lord. Got a bit of a climb to do, but you know, as you said, it's not impossible, but I don't know. Even that one was pretty close, and Big Guns
It
and
was a
Rye just
close-
looking untouchable.
You are so right. It is a it's going to be a really tough climb, a climb that may seem impossible, but Riles again spearheading that momentum. It's totally possible. Monkey Raider is constantly fragging out. Definitely could happen. It's going to be another slow A push. Knife's going to not pick up any intel.
Oh, big guns.
Big guns.
Yo. You gotta stop doing it to him.
The blind peeking is not working out. They definitely need to utilize those breach flashes, utilize the raise utility. Otherwise, they're just walking in absolutely exposed.
And it's Monkey again in HutchCC spawn. Little patience.
Take a look. If you take a look at the map, he and that Sova are looking in the same direction, but neither one of them wants to push it.
Chief's gonna find himself one. Nice little pick there.
Monkey finally backing off. He's gonna head towards short. And SPSCC make themselves so much space.
Oof. It's Monkey Raider on Monkey again.
Oh, almost gets the one shot.
Monkey's looking for revenge. He wants it.
One down.
Oh,
Oh, what a great headshot.
30 seconds left.
2v4 now. Alligator
takes
it.
down Duper.
Player
Now it's
standing.
2v4, excuse me. Oh my goodness
my.
gracious.
It is a firing squad.
Last round before the switch.
That is definitely not what you want to see when you're trying to walk around a corner.
Absolutely not. And we finally make our way very quickly to the last round in the half before we switch sides for the
Goodness.
teams.
We haven't even swapped and Big Guns is sitting over 20 kills. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
Cheap boosting up Monkey. This is a fun play.
is it gonna work? Oh,
And he's up there. Oh, he's gonna
Oh.
move so fast.
Oh,
Oh, but he misses the second satchel.
the potential. Oh, Big Guns. Oh, he wants
Misses
it.
that first shot. Rye sitting with a judge.
Oh my
finds himself
gosh.
one.
He can go big here.
He's gonna grab that Vandal.
Monkey for
Monkey, nice headshot.
Oh, trying to hop
Monkey's
away.
trying to get out. Cheap's there to back him up.
And
Mollies go out.
oh, Rye's jumping in. Gonna take out one. Oh my
And
goodness.
Rye, the auto shotty is brutal.
It's
Switching
got a mean
sides.
kiss on it. Oh my lord.
All right, Monkey buys himself a shorty. Probably gonna see some really tight angle playing. Look at him lurking. He's gonna lurk mid. The rest of the team, oh, resetting. New call has been made. They're gonna try to split up A and B. This is usually what is known as a default play. Everyone kind of goes their own way, see if they can make a pick. But there's the call. The call goes out. They are setting up for an A play. Big Guns watching that lurk.
Whew.
There.
You think we'll see some big time flanks by HutchCC on this defensive side?
I sure hope so. Honestly, I would really like to see them try and play SPSCC's game against them. Monkey
absolutely.
flying in, but doesn't get the shorty shot.
It's
He's
high
gonna
for
trade off of him.
Absolutely.
They take control of the site way too quickly.
Oh, Earthly here though. I don't think they know. Oh, they do know. Try.
It was a good try. They take the teleporter. They are going all the way to the other site. Rye trying to cause some chaos. Riles takes him down. It is a 2v3.
Big Guns. Oh,
Big Guns holding down that flank.
Didn't help.
Enemy remaining.
Duper's trading off of him.
Oh, Riles.
And it is a two-man peak. Devastating. 11-2.
And the
SPSCC take the first round.
Absolutely. And I mean, the trades were there though for the most part on the HutchCC side. I feel like after each kill we were seeing an equal kill back, but SPSCC just
Absolutely.
gets the upper hand in that one.
They got the upper hand and they had the map advantage. Like I said, they took control of that teleporter, and when they realized that they were up against the entirety,
What was that? Yeah.
the esports lounge is electric right now.
Letting out the barbaric roars.
Absolutely.
we're seeing a full-on shove on the A right now again. Monkey's moving. Oh,
Monkey with a nice pick. Picks up the Spectre.
Still moving.
Cheap takes it from him. Cheap pushing it.
Yo, this Monkey
This
and
is-
Cheap combo. Galligator, but she's
What
missing
is
three.
going on?
Hyper's all alone.
They're in their
Cheap.
spawn. Cheap with the 4K.
Oh my god. Oh,
Match
with Monkey and
point.
Cheap.
I can tell what they were screaming about now.
Oh yeah, they had a plan in mind.
Absolutely.
Tore him to pieces. Goodness. I mean, what's got to be going through your mind if you're just trying to hold an angle and all of a sudden you see two people just hopping in front of you out of nowhere? I mean, how do you even deal with that?
I am thinking it's might be time to go to the next round. I'm definitely thinking about what I'm gonna grab for a snack on my next life because 2v1s are almost impossible, and SPSCC has been taking so much advantage of peeking together,
Absolutely.
utilizing their numbers advantage. See, they get this first pick down, and now they're just gonna
Oh,
swing
yeah.
around every corner, take every angle imaginable.
Swarming on the
This
point.
might be
A Monkey Raider trying to
5 to
flank
3.
here. Could go big. It's one.
Monkey Raider.
It's a 2v4 though. And they're picking up the flank. It's Monkey on Monkey Raider. Monkey's flying and
Monkey!
they get the kill.
Monkey finally exacts his revenge on Monkey Raider. And it is a 1v4. And this might be it. Galligator
Oh, yeah.
trying to hold,
Oh.
keep them alive.
Here
But
comes
they are
the
setting
army,
up
here
so
comes
much
the
utility.
So
There's the
much.
ultimate, the flashes.
What is going on?
It is so brutal.
Win.
Oh my goodness. SPCC 13-2. Talk about
Wow.
the momentum, as you were saying. Oh my goodness.
They took the lead and they ran with it as far as they could. There was no stopping that.
Oh yeah. And we gotta go find out what Ryan Big Guns is eating, because I need a little taste of that, honestly. Like, sheesh.
Exactly. What are they on that's gonna bring their scores double top frags both games? They defensively and offensively super big powerhouses.
Like, what were those snipes by Big Guns? Like, what? The collapse? The wall bangs? What?
Exactly.
You gotta calm down.
The sniper plays were amazing. They were walking in blind and he held those angles super effectively.
Oh yeah. And then we got Monkey flying all over the place like he grew
It was-
wings.
Absolute chaos, and I think it just came down to team composition. First game, not enough defense, not enough sentinels to really hold down those flanks. Second game, not enough flashes, not enough utility, too much of a good thing. And it ultimately came down to how one team was holding down site and one team was attacking them.
Absolutely. It looks like we are looking for an interview from SPSCC.
I'm excited to see who they're going to give us.
Oh yeah. I mean, honestly, I would love to hear from any of them.
Exactly. I want to know exactly what game strategy was. What do you think when you're up or when you're down by 2 rounds going in that first game, when you're down and you're thinking, man, these guys, they have an angle on us. We need to really win this round. What do you think the team call is? Because for me, I don't think I would be saying, hey, let's rotate really fast and play super aggressively since we got bigger guns, and if we die, we give them to them. What do you think really sparked that call?
Honestly, I don't know, but I did hear that barbaric roar in the second map. I think one of those came out in map 1. I think that's what started the push, that offensive striking.
I am totally with you. You know what? I think they said, we're going balls to the wall. We're going to push as hard as we can. Maybe playing too safe is not the way to go.
Absolutely. And I mean, it was the right call. They just came out swinging and never stopped.
Absolutely.
And it looks like we are going to be going for a short break here. We may have an interview coming up, so don't go too far.
Absolutely. Patient yet devastating push. He is
The
pinched.
rye bread.
It is a 2v1.
That's not even fair.
Rye. You gotta be careful not to give up that Spectre.
Oh, gets one. Oh, caught reloading!
Caught reloading!
Oh, it doesn't matter!
Cheap is there to help him out. Cheap with
Big
two!
guns!
Monkey's flying on the map! Oh, no, the knives are out! Oh, Cheap! Triple kill!
Trying to watch the back. It's gonna be Earthly on Duper. Oh, he's just sneaking around. Oh!
Oh, and what a hold by Earth!
He's getting trapped. That's not what you want to
They're
see.
locked in the
Monkey
showers
on
right
big
now.
guns. It's
Big Guns
with
3. Does he get the ace?
He wants it!
He wants it! There's 4!
5!
That's his
Ace!
5! Big Guns with an ace! Oh,
no,
Riles
gonna
takes
put
him
into
down.
it.
The Rylite is not completed. Monkey
Oh no!
moving around, he's flying around.
They've got HutchCC right where they
There's
want them.
Quick fatal. Monkey with 1. That
Oh,
Big Guns, big spray 3.
Enemy remaining.
Always looking for the 4th.
Now this is a great play.
Big Guns with his bad boy in hand.
One enemy.
Oh,
Big Guns through the wall.
Guns, what? You can't be doing that out here, man.
Big
Oh,
Guns
my
with 4.
Yo.
Ace and stuck on that fountain area.
Oh, Monkey.
Nice headshot. Nice 2, 3.
Round B.
Before he's taken down and rouses in another. It's gonna come out of the timing. Oh.
Monkey has himself. Imagine if he ults right here.
Oh my goodness. He does so much. He does so much.
The patience, the
Oh,
discipline.
2! Oh,
Oh
can't
my!
get much more
Doesn't
though.
get more than 2, but the redemption.
Oh, I don't know. Rive's looking like he wants to take that away.
There's that breach
No.
ult.
Big
Big Guns with a collateral
Oh my
shot.
God.
This might be a
Last player.
Oh.
CC.
The trade.
Cooper gets
30
1.
seconds.
Rye
Right,
gets
snipe.
another, but
Spike
Galligator.
down A.
1v3.
Oh,
Still waiting.
yo,
Oh
dude, that's.
my.
Oh, Rive's jumping in.
The
Didn't sneak out
judge.
one.
Round B.
Oh my
And
goodness.
Rye. The auto shotty.
Oh,
Big
oh,
Guns
take
holding
it
down
away.
that flank.
Didn't help.
Enemy remaining.
Duper's trading off of him.
Oh, Riles.
And it is a 2-man peek.
You know, full-on shove on the A right now again. Monkey's moving. Oh,
Monkey with a nice pick. Picks up the
He's
Spectre.
still
Gets
moving.
Cheap takes it from him. Cheap pushing it.
Yo, this monkey
This
and
is-
cheap combo.
Last player standing.
Galligator, but she's
What
missing
is
3.
going on?
Hyper's all alone.
They're in their
Cheap.
spawn. Cheap with the 4K.
Oh.
Keep them alive.
Here
But
comes
they are
the
setting
army,
up
here
so
comes
much
the
utility.
army. So
There's the
much.
ultimate. The flashes.
What is going on?
It is.
Hey guys, KTAD here, and just like that, another season of ECAC Esports regular season play has come to a close. Over the last 8 weeks, we saw a crazy amount of hype competition from some of the best collegiate esports has to offer, and as usual, you guys have me one last time to break it all down and to show you guys what we thought were some of the top plays this week. And honestly, guys, I don't have much more to say. Just check it out because I think we've got some really incredible clips here. Let's take a look. In our opening clip, it's Professor Dementium with a straight boot off the stage to kick things off for Bloomfield.
Got himself one. Kick back off stage though. But the air dodge is going to be that Bowser. He'll do it again, and he'll also bring himself that down smash so he gets quickly back before that Falcon's able to take any sort of advantage. But well, you're gone. The spikes come through. It's a clean kick to wrap things up, and well, he's got one. He's got one stock for his troubles.
Up next, the duo of Donkers and Robeast have some things to say with this beautiful 1-2 combo to close the door on Albany.
Hit the intersection and go straight up in the air for Robeast, who's going to work Central Missouri into the offense. Flip reset's a good one. The pass down to Donkers, and he finds the net. A 3-goal deficit in Game 3.
I gotta say, Curtis, it seems like after these two teams came out of Game 2, right? Again.
In our next play, who needs to be able to see your enemy when you can just take a educated guess?
Great, 1-for-1 over towards Catwalk. There's still more where that came from. Myranium is next up, and he will take a couple too many fights. Solsta as well is going to be able to take a couple of fights, winning them both. It's 1v3, and Novacorium won't be able to do anything. Johnson, Wales.
At number 5, it's Saltonics with this huge flank onto Cole College to secure Temple of Anubis for his team.
It's got to be just destroying it straight up. Maybe with the Coalescence, maybe the Supercharger, but that Riptire could just immediately rip through.
Here's that Riptire. It does move Joker, but it could have been a catastrophic play. Now Nightbolt is pulled all the way off the point, and that's an easy one. Tonic's coming in with the triple off of that crucial rocket barrage, and that is all of them off the point.
Now it's down to Joker just to get the touch onto the point. Tracer.
Coming back to the Bloomfield versus Keen matchup, it was a clutch finish from Zenipu as he finishes off Brandon without dropping a single stock.
No, one more lease on life. Lease on life indeed for Brandon. Looking to hold the ledge, but a recovery from Zenipu. He says second time's the charm. He'll send him to the moon, and once again, Zenipu will not drop a stock.
Blast packing our way into the number 2 spot though. It's a 4K from Butta to cement the lead for Providence College.
Back roads around the high ground to try and avoid that as much as possible.
Oh my absolute days! Here was me looking for that Transcendence to counteract the grab, and no, it was just a big fat go button. In comes the pulse bomb, down goes SUNY Poly Wildcats.
Phil, I can't remember the last time I've seen...
Blast packing our way into the number 2 spot though. It's a 4K from Butta to cement the lead for Providence College.
Not much more. That tap can go a long way in the latter half, right? Now Retna bringing out that Stimmy, trying to get the opportunity to move the team in forward. Okay, there's that showstopper I was thinking about. It looks like D-Nuns is going to have that show stopped. Sal, not particularly far behind, a 4v2. But really starting to wake up here on the race.
Yeah, wow, so impressive. And 4K there, just going straight through the entire team like a bulldozer. Will not stop until all are taken down.
And in our top play from the last week of regular season play, it is a nail-biter last-second goal that will keep you guessing until the very end.
Leaves their own open, a little bit of high pass, you angle it in, but it's just off the top of the goalpost.
Top of the goalpost coming in deep. Matrix able to find something here. The demolition comes through. 7 seconds left for a true game win, but in overtime, feeling incredibly likely. But tied out of a wide open goal. No! No! Orbital, the waffle iron has been flipped, and Farmingdale finds themselves up 4-3. 2 seconds left on the clock. The only hope for Louisville to win this out is with a kickoff goal. They cannot make a single mistake, or they will.
And with that, I mean, what more do you guys want me to say? It was a crazy week to wrap things up, but it's really just been a crazy season overall with the addition of Division A and what I personally think is some of the most competitive action here in collegiate esports. I mean, what a season, and there's only much more to come. With the playoffs starting on April 4th, you guys can expect to see a lot more action that will continue all throughout the month, and that will wrap up on the week of April 25th. Now, if you guys want to stay up to date on all of that, make sure you follow us on Twitter at ECAC_esports, or follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/ECAC_esports. Mondays and Tuesdays, matches will be lighting off at 8 p.m. Eastern. On Wednesdays, it is going to be the doubleheader of Rocket League and Overwatch at 7 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you guys are tuned in. And as for me and the rest of the crew behind the scenes that works on not only just the production, but these highlight videos for you guys, we just want to say thank you for joining us for what has been another incredible season. And we look forward to so much more that we're going to bring you guys in the next school year, in the fall and the spring and beyond. We've got a lot of great things coming, so stick around, don't go anywhere. Come back right here to this channel, to this Twitter, to this Twitch, to this YouTube, wherever it is you see this. Stay tuned because even more is on the way. Thank you guys once again. I've been KTAD. It's been a wonderful season, and we'll see you next time.
Dragons. That's so cute. UCF, and it's really cute. So I'm gonna move down here. How do we feel? The odds for UCF? What are we thinking?
They got it.
No, we got this. We got it. We got it.
Go Knights, charge on.
100%. My friend Nick is behind you. He's gonna record it. Don't look at him. You'll ruin the shot. Don't look at him. Don't look at him.
Come on. Oh, let's go! Let's go!
My smile's probably really creepy. I was just being weird. Oh, I love being in the shadows, though. Big shout out to the shadows. We could interview Dilly just because I think he's handsome. You weren't supposed to hear it.
Here's the thing about the event. I'm the greatest that's ever lived.
Literally true. I know him.
I think everyone knows that. I think everyone's aware of that.
Hey, do you have a VIP access badge on?
I actually have an all access.
Oh, an all access. I thought it said VIP access.
And that's only available for the best.
That's true. He's right. That's a main stage TO right there.
If this goes live, I'm suing everybody.
It's all right. A video of me. The first clip is me saying, "Don't put that in," and then it was the first. Cut the cameras. Cut the cameras. Oh, you're recording already? Great. So this is this is Bay State versus UCF. I believe something that we saw yesterday on day one of the tournament, but instead we're gonna have that run back here. I think they're fighting for a spot in grand finals. Anarchy, one of the best Greninja players in.
All right, welcome back from the break. Thank you for tuning into Esports U. We are going to have player interviews with Big Guns and Monkey from the SPSCC Clippers after a great 2-0 series against Hutchinson Community College. There they are. Big Guns on the left, Monkey on the right. How are you guys feeling after last game?
The first game when we first played, I was feeling pretty well. I was on a character that I played a lot in ranked games, and I played Raze for the second game, and
Yeah, I noticed
I
that.
don't usually play Raze in comp games or like in any Valorant series. So I wasn't too comfortable playing her. But after a while, I think I got it pretty handled out.
Gotcha. Definitely noticed the confident picks. So I want to take you back to the first game. You're down by 2. First 2 rounds don't go necessarily your way. What call happened to switch it up and say, you know what, we're gonna have these big mid pushes. We're gonna have some big flanks. What call switched that up for you guys?
All right. So honestly, after the first few rounds, we were just feeling confident. We knew even though we lost a couple, we feel like we could take the advantage from them and shut their momentum down, and we did just that. So yeah.
Alrighty. Big Guns, I have to ask, what did you eat this morning and for lunch? Because that second game, snipes, all their flanks, their kills, you could do no wrong. What did you eat? What are you consuming?
I got you. I got you. Actually, I just ate avocado toast and a Red Bull.
Avocado toast and a Red Bull? Yo, you're nasty, my guy. What?
It's the secret sauce.
The secret sauce. Get this man some protein. Oh my lord.
Good to know. I'm definitely going to start climbing ranks now thanks to your dietary plan. Monkey, I have to ask. Raze, you're not super confident on. Why? Why not just say, I'm going to stick with the Jet? Why go for the really cocky play? Are we trying out new strategy as a team?
So for our bind play, our comp is a little different than our icebox play. We want to be able to move a little more freely and gain a little bit more space using util instead of just running it in. Since there's a lot more off angles and tight corners that you have to clear, it's easier to use that boombot and that raise nade to clear those corners instead of dashing in and clearing those corners myself. I can have my util do that, and then I can push in with my team and get those traded better.
Gotcha, and we definitely noticed that the huge rotates coming out, and especially on Icebox, that was really influential for you guys. Thank you so much for participating in this interview.
Absolutely.
Hope you guys have a good series next week.
And did you guys have any other comments you wanted to say? Shout outs, anything?
No, I think I'm good.
I got a couple. I'm just trying to say, All the teams in this league, you better watch out for us.
Oh, Chris the big guns himself. Better watch out. That avocado toast and the Red Bull. It comes in bundles.
Watch out.
Monkey, do you maybe want to shout out our mother? Love you, Mom.
Love you, Mom. Thank you.
I gotta say, from Squishy the monkey, that's a spitting image right there. Oh my lord.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, well, it was a blast watching you two go to work. Have a great season.
Thank you.
Alrighty, and then I think that's going to be all for the NJCAA, but don't go too far because in just a short bit, it's going to be the ECC League St. Joseph Long Island versus Molloy College. Gonna be very excited to watch that. But until then, it's been fun. Thank you for coming out, watching, supporting. I'm Spicy, and with Squishy, it's been fun. Have a nice night.
It's been a blast. Enjoy.
Struggling against a Terry notorious for that DLC.
All right, good work tonight, Squishy.
Oh, right, that was fun.
With some very strong abilities. Greninja, not so much, considered one of the weaker characters in the game. A Falco player, one of the best in the United States, and he just got spiked by a Terry. Same Terry that took out Anarchy literally minutes ago. UCF still up by 2 stocks. This guy is looking to rip this team apart single-handedly. That is, I mean, nuts, to say the very least. Absolutely absurd. That was a disgusting spike. I cannot believe that happened. Will you hold the microphone so I can sign this? Sorry. For context, he's got a fan. He's actually signing something. He's so excited. What was it like to not hear my voice for 2 minutes? For 30 seconds, maybe. What was it like? Probably bliss. I was signing a mouse pad, which is really cool. I've never done that before. Nobody's ever asked me for a signature, so I'm going to start blushing, but I'm really excited about that. And then he wants a picture. Can you take a picture of us? I said, is it bad? She went, no. I'm going to go ahead and take that as a yes. Turns out I can't tie a tie sitting down. What do you think is the appropriate face-to-screen ratio for a Valorant player?
Face to screen, like how close I sit?
Yeah, like how close should a player sit?
Personally, I play really, really close. I think it depends on your eyesight, but for me, I like playing close because it helps me focus on my crosshair.
Is the value of sitting close, the crosshair being the only thing in your line of sight?
Yeah, that's pretty much the main benefit of it.
It's so funny how close some of these guys sit. Oh my goodness. What do you think is the healthy face-to-screen distance for a Valorant player?
I think it's all kind of personal preference. I guess I would consider myself like pretty close when I play because I like to zone in on my crosshair.
It is the second person to say that. It's all about the crosshair. And then what's up with the horizontal keyboard?
I don't know, like it just kind of fits like the form when I'm close to monitor. Like I don't know, it might sound cringy, but I like to like be one with my gun, you know?
No, bro, I feel it. I feel it absolutely. What is going on, everybody? I am here with some UCF fans. How are we feeling about UCF? Let's go! Let's go! We've got a bunch of UCF fans in the crowd right now. UCF, they're up by a single game. They're looking to find their third and possibly final, secure a spot moving forward. Things looking great for them against Northwood here today. This guy's playing Minecraft right now. He keeps double building instead of placing the dirt. Pressure's on, man. Everybody's watching. Just kidding. Just me. Cameraman's not over here. Just kidding. He's behind you. There's actually always cameras on you if I'm around. Do you double build all of those? No excuses, bro.
I can't play Minecraft.
Your college esports Minecraft team absolutely rolled. L after L here. Let's hope UCF has a little better luck on stage, huh? What is going on, everybody? I am Septilins. I have the honor of welcoming you to the Collegiate Esport Commissioners Cup here in Atlanta, Georgia. All right, that was good. That was good. Good content, good content.
Welcome to ECAC Top Plays of the Week. This is Rod, your favorite host, back at it again with more stellar plays from Collegiate Esports. Special thanks to our partners at Esports U for the additional coverage. Let's hop straight into it. Starting off this week at number 8, we have Torchy showing aerial dominance. They show that you're going to have to work a little bit harder if you want to get back on their stage.
Now you gotta mix up your timings getting back onto the stage. Torchy is looking for something, able to still find the jab, and the foil is going to be.
Next up, we have Cadmus, showing us what impact on a support player really looks like. With the timing of a Lucio God, they come in to claim the play of the game.
Player just going to deny anyone an attempt to hit the objective, and I mean, at this point in time, you gotta expect those rollouts to be as quick as they are.
Moving on to Rocket League, we have Swax, showing why they own the airspace with a nice self-follow-up, netting WSC the goal.
As we are going to try to find out that little nugget of information, Swax is going to drop this one down and give us a tie game here in game number 2. Gets that nice little touch over the defender, Peter.
As an Astra main myself, nothing brings me more joy than watching Zeno hold it down on the C site with a nice 4K to secure the second round of the half.
Fine, there's a 50-50 angle. They're checking a beautiful spray down onto 3. Players come in for the rotate from the rest of the map control, and a beautifully played round by FSC, capped off by a nice old.
Now at the number 4 spot, we see that luck is a skill when Post gets 2 back-to-back kickoff goals. All it took was 6 seconds to go from a deficit to the lead. That is comeback potential.
Other ways.
I don't... What? Okay, so Warda actually messed up their kickoff. They 100% did not mean to land like that and then just happened to get a wave dash into it. Hey, listen, fortune favors the bold, and sometimes it's better to have dumb luck than to not be lucky at all. So we'll take it 100%, especially if they get another one. Kabuki to tally it on, and they're proving it isn't just luck.
Coming back into Smash, we have Bryce showing a ledge guard of the gods. It took a couple Gordos to nail it, but this clip truly ended in perfection.
Nope, not a footstool in sight, unfortunately.
I'm just going to be looking for some sort of an edge guard here now.
Oh!
That Gordo is right in the way, and Bryce going to be able to get the...
Conrad came into this round swinging. They really showed what happens when you combine the skill of a great player and the blessing of the RGX Vandal.
It worked out so well. I mean, just a double kill already in their favor.
Push so far with the Sheriff, I mean, has been truly impressive. Unfortunately, he was not been there to follow up. Conrad now looking for the ace, already able to find 3, looking for 2 more. There's the 4th, and it's up to the tail to save the day. Conrad goes in deep. Oh, they're able to find it. Conrad.
Finally, at the number 1 spot this week, Frosty lays down the law with a stunning barrage. What a way to tell the enemy to get off my point.
Frosty to move in, unabated, unhindered. Here comes the rocket barrage, and it's lighting up the scene with 4.
Well, that wraps it up for me. This has been another fantastic week of ECAC Top Plays of the Week. As always, follow us on Twitter and catch us live on Twitch at ECAC_esports. You can find us live on Mondays and Tuesdays at 8 p.m. EST or Wednesdays at 7. Thanks again to our partners at Esports U for providing all the additional coverage for us to show you. This has been Rod, the best host of this season. I'm just saying, and I'm signing off.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Collegiate Esport Commissioners Cup 2022. Once again, I'm still Septulence, but this time I am joined by the CEO of News Street, Eric, who's going to get to tell us about NFTs, which I'm really excited because I told you this before the interview. I know nothing. I'm like a newborn baby about this.
Yeah.
So I would love to hear kind of about what you do, and then we can talk a little bit more about the esports side of things.
Yeah, so absolutely. We'll get into the NFT side in a second. But just to quickly explain what I do,
Yeah, of course.
Eric Witchen, thank you for the intro. CEO of News Street, and News Street is a media and analytics platform for collectors. So you can think about it as like the world of collectibles has grown significantly over the last 5 to 10 years. And what's happened is we've had a lot of marketplaces evolve. So places that are going to sell you things. Like if I want to buy a pair of sneakers, I have to go to no less than 10 to 12 websites in order to figure out the best price. So you know, the value proposition for us starts with, you know, as a collector, where can I buy these things on the internet and where can I get the best deal possible? And then furthermore, we add media and insights, you know, sort of like a financial technology company would do, but around things that I personally care about a lot more than stocks.
Right.
So that's us.
Absolutely. So looking at it, you know, NFTs being one thing, esports being the other.
Yeah.
Where's the link? Where's the connection there?
So first off, let's demystify NFTs a little bit.
Oh yes, please.
So first of all, an NFT is the first time in human history that we've been able to prove that something digital is scarce.
Yeah.
You need to take that in for a second. So basically, you know, we've been creating things on the internet and with digital art and otherwise for many, many years. We're buying in-game items, we're doing a bunch of things, and we've been taught that because you can copy and paste those things, they have no value, right? Enter the blockchain, and the blockchain allows us to be able to prove that something digital is truly owned by one particular person.
Sure.
So you can copy and paste that thing as many times as you want,
is it
but
like
you
a
don't own it.
certificate then?
It's absolutely like a certificate of authenticity, certificate of ownership that could represent a digital asset or a physical asset just as equally.
Right.
There are people playing with this in real estate markets. I mean, so you know, collectibles, you know, is just one of the areas that this thing is interesting in. But in terms of esports, I think it connects very much to. You know, when you think about all the work that you do as a gamer in these ecosystems, what happens if one day this ecosystem, this company that controls this ecosystem no longer exists? All your in-game assets and all the things that you've worked so hard no longer exist too. And so, of course, you know, the primary use case of these assets in ecosystem are going to be within the ecosystem, maybe forever. But it'd be really nice to be able to pull them out of the ecosystem, own them separately, and so if those companies are foregone, you know, go by the wayside someday, you still have these things to say, hey, I used to play this game, it was a lot of fun, and so that's really where I think the value comes in.
Okay, so that's
preservation of value, so to speak.
Yeah, so that's a great kind of segue into the other part. You've got all these positives, so people that are looking at it, they're kind of shaking their head a little bit. They're like, oh, this is going to be damaging, this can be harmful. What is kind of the counterpoint to that, I guess?
Of course. The counterpoint is that I think the misperception is these NFT games are coming to take gaming away from gamers, or the fun out of games. And the fact of the matter is that's like a lot of the current NFT gaming is more of a replacement for casino gambling than it is for anything else.
Sure.
I mean, these are not meant to be competitive with the games that you guys are playing here, and shouldn't be seen as such. So it's almost like two completely different industries. Okay. You know, the graphic engines and all the things that are behind the scenes on these things, they're just not there yet. I mean, if you look at you know, it looks like some of these look like Minecraft 10 years ago.
Right.
But that being said, really, it's the connectivity to economics, to the rest of the web and whatnot that makes a lot of these things really more interesting.
Sure.
And those things haven't even happened yet.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. So it's to kind of pull us away from the esport back to the NFT kind of topic. And you and I did discuss this a little bit before the interview, is people are often talking about how NFTs can be damaging or harmful to kind of the real world, literal environment, the environment
definitely,
itself. So what is kind of, for somebody, you know, compared to me who knows nothing, someone who actually knows what's up with NFTs, what's the stance on that?
Yeah, so absolutely. So it's one of the most strongest negatives about NFTs right now is the carbon footprint that these blockchains leave. And just to get not too technical, but just to talk really quickly through it, there's these things that essentially are used to confirm transactions. It's called a consensus mechanism. Okay. Essentially, it's how do you prove that the ledger is accurate?
That it happened,
right? And so Bitcoin and Ethereum currently use this thing called proof of work. Okay. And that uses a lot of energy, tons of energy. I mean, energy of small countries. So I do agree that on a per user basis, the electricity that's being used right now by the network is absolutely higher than it should be. That being said, Ethereum in particular is going through a change this year that's going to reduce the emissions by something like 99.5%.
Wow.
So it's really like, it's kind of like one of those things that is a current problem, but that problem gets solved really quickly. Right. And I sometimes question the areas that these narratives come from. Because when you think about it, right, like negative narratives tend to come from industries that don't want something to succeed. And you look at the things like, you know, crypto industries or whatnot, and there's a lot of industries that stand to lose if crypto wins. So, you know, I'll just leave it at that, but there's a lot of false narratives being perpetuated, especially around the environment. And the fact of the matter is whereas they are currently concerns, they very quickly become non-concerns. Sure. And a lot of actually the current blockchains that are being used actually already uses consensus mechanism. Okay. So really take very, very, very little power.
Yeah, so I guess the question is, are you afraid that even after they fix this, the 99% goes on, sure. Are you afraid that's going to damage the longevity of this idea, of this concept?
You know, I think that it has the potential to, right? Sure. Because we're still in the early adoption phase.
Right.
And so anytime you get a narrative as strong, especially environmental ones, which I am very attuned with, environmental concerns, it alienates a large group of people. So there are groups of people, that like lobbyists for all intents and purposes that are taking the counterpoint and are essentially lobbying for the crypto industry. So lobbyists everywhere, basically.
Yeah. And I guess, so we've covered the NFT portion, we've covered a little bit of the gamer portion, but a gamer watching this, somebody gaming.
Absolutely.
Where's the benefit for them? What's the benefit of kind of the gaming NFT?
Absolutely. So I would say right now, very little. I'll be honest with you. Sure. But it's coming. And where it's coming is in the ability to own these in-game items and digital objects that you worked so hard to collect, that commemorate things that you've done, things that you've won. It connects to a lot of different things, particular in esports, but also just in everyday life. Yeah. Ticketing for events is there's a lot of ticketing vendors that are moving to this as some way to keep these tickets immortalized in your wallet forever. Once in a while I'll find a little piece of paper that reminds me that I went to a concert in 1987, but generally speaking, I don't find those that often.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's a lot of really cool things, and I think that a lot of people get sort of, any nascent industry is going to have cash grabs and scams. Right. The internet had that in '99 and 2000 as well, but here we are. So, that's kind of how I think about things.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, hey, thank you so much for your time.
Absolutely.
I know that I have learned a lot. I hope people watching have learned a lot as well, but I really appreciate all that.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Hey guys, KTAD here, and welcome back to another ECAC Top Plays of the Week video. Now, normally I know we like to switch the hosts out every week, and I know there's a roster that we want to bring up to you guys, and don't worry, we've got that coming with some returning faces from last season, as well as hopefully some new ones this time out. But again, you guys got me for one more week. It'll be okay. I'll see you guys at the end anyways. Now, in any case, as per the usual, we've got a bunch of incredible collegiate esports action coming at you, with some of the coverage brought to you in partnership by Esports U. So, huge shout out to them. But, I know you guys don't want to hear me talk about it anymore. It's okay. Let's just jump straight into the action. Here you go. Starting us off this week, we've got Gorilla as he power slams the ball into the net.
Don't have a goal to show for it. It means almost nothing, especially when Grand Valley has a response like that. Gorilla solo play, and how do they get this with power?
At number 7, it's a play of the game from Shiz that has him jumping fearlessly into the enemy team to secure the second map for Savannah College.
So rare to see these, especially in a map like this one, where there's a lot of potential opportunities, but that means willing to make a complete change if necessary, and we didn't really see that for the side of
Shh. We've got to be a bit sneaky here, as Matthew's got the huge flank to get the 3K and secure the round.
That's a massive frag. They know Jet is heaven. Smokes are going to come down. Bomb is down in that corner of heaven. And now Nova's in a very tricky situation. She's going to ult out. Doesn't have a great amount of visibility as she plays back now. Oh, Matthew with a 3K. That round itself was on the brink of defeat for LC.
Don't get turned around here, as his Spaniard pulls the will over Michael's eyes to send him right off the stage.
This is a very dangerous opportunity here. We're gonna see.
Looking for the guard, a beautiful sky smash, and no, what a beautiful reflector! Stopping the recovery from being able to come back on, forcing this into one stock, and we've seen what his
In our top half, it's Mr. Nene as he whips and does the dance with 3 different members of LIU to clutch up the round.
He's the last alive, granted. He's got a Vandal. He makes the trade. Now a one-on-one. Can he find it? Doesn't have the intel. If he does heaven, he might understand that he's hell. First shock dart will come out. He knows he's there now. First shot's coming out. He still doesn't have all the intel. He looks to peek.
He gets the kill.
Third kill, Mr. Nene. Gonna close out that round for LC.
can never count out James Madison so long as Impulse is lurking in the wings with this crazy Death Blossom.
Going to deny the Deadeye. Unfortunately, they just missed the timing on that defense matrix. And now Georgia State once again in control here. Oh, but Impulse comes in
Beautiful
with
ultimate
the Death
from Reaper,
Blossom.
including the hack from Sombra to get a wrist.
In our runner-up, Bryce, in a disadvantage, finds a way to just dunk on pace to take St. Joseph's to the final series.
What a play there. Great usage of that Gordo. We've seen it so effective thus far. Bryce really wants to take this to game number 3. Great roll. Oh, great usage.
You know, I can't even believe that we were not believing in this DDD.
Yeah, oh my god, yeah, I take it all back.
This is exactly the pick they needed.
Oh man, huge.
He could,
Oh my goodness, this is massive.
he could win this right here.
Oh
He spikes him!
Oh, Bryce!
And at number 1, it's Captain Insano off the top rope to suplex Grand Valley onto the mat.
Barely been able to get out of their turn. Finally, Captain Insano is going to give themselves, oh my word, more than just a chance. They're going to give themselves a goal. Monstrous 50-50 in the air. Wayne State will be the first to strike.
I lost track of the amount of times he.
All right, and that is it. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but the action this season is really heating up, and it has me super excited to see how these teams shape up come playoffs. Now, if you guys want to catch all of the action live, make sure to follow us on Twitch at ECAC_esports. We stream Monday through Wednesday, either on 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. Eastern. Or if you want to stay up to date with everything that's going on with Collegiate Esports, give us a follow on Twitter as well at ECAC_esports. Trust me, guys, we've been posting a lot more this season as to when we go live, what the matchup is, how we're looking, and all of that. You don't want to miss it. But if you also want to give our partner a shout out, if you want to show them some love, make sure to follow them on Twitch at twitch.tv/esportsu. As always, it's been a blast, but I'm sure we'll have even more to talk about next week with a new set of plays, a new host, and all of that that comes with these videos. But as I said, guys, I've been KTAD. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next time.
Hey, what's up? It's Honix back at it again to bring you the sickest clips from ECAC. But listen, guys, here's the thing. Overwatch 2 still isn't out, and it's been so long that I understand what's happening in the Valorant clips now. I don't know how I could have let this happen. Anyways, let's check out the action from week 2 of ECAC. First up, we've got Nico Baca, who's got a need for speed.
But they have to be careful here. That kick up not quite in their favor. Patrick has to be quick too. But Nico Baca, he's just soaring through the sky with way too much pace. Yeah, you knew this was coming. When this one lingered up in the air for a bit too long from J-Neil's touch, Patrick tried to go up for this one, but Nico, like we said, he's been the fastest player in this lobby the entire...
Just a friendly reminder that fireworks always add pizzazz to your points.
Of this series.
Good read there by Chalk, because if he didn't place down that block, that would have been a really early stock lead that he would have gotten. And wow, that nade.
Absolutely sniped out of midair.
Everyone is in flux when Mount St. Mary's is on the point.
That piece, and that is the bulk of your healing if you're Emery and Henry. Now you're coming in with both DPS ults and the Shatter, but again, a massive Gravitic Flux comes out from Mount St. Mary's, stops them in their tracks before they can even get started.
Yeah, the Tac Visor gonna deal the final blows to several members of Emery and Henry.
Eve has got beef with BSU and wants everyone to know it.
One situation left to clutch it out.
Ooh, I'm a little bit afraid here that the wide swing's gonna come out, but Ian's waiting. Ian is being a little bit patient here.
Youth is not going to be able to get the first one, and maybe if Ian was able to wait there a little bit longer, Eve would not have been able to get that free.
Someone, not me, is going to have to tell Talo Halo that sharing isn't always caring.
Gonna feed it. Because right now, Halo is feeding into it 59% before they have been touched for even a point of a percent in this counting. There is Arsene, but he may disappear just as quickly as he has up here. Oh my goodness, Kilomiles, that is a 0 to death if I have ever seen one. Talo Halo.
Don't let your guard down. You never know when Rhino will come charging in.
Is all the way back. That just goes to show how much they're not wanting to make it, but Rhino with all the control gets the one on the board.
Talk about getting one in there. That he actually picks it up initially from a mini pass to himself. That an expert is expecting an expert to do something expertly, right? That is just about as simple as it gets, right? Just literally boiling it down to more basic Rocket League right there. Oh my God! And again, Rhino does it twice in about 30 seconds after no scores.
We're bringing it around town with Chowan University.
Big fights out short. Town, though, just gets the better of it. Great spray control. Takes 2 down with him, and already Chowan is looking at a 2-0 right now. Going to try an entry onto the site with quickness. Not willing to take his foot off the pedal, and Town's got a third. The last 2 coming from CT, and Town wants to put the nail in the coffin right here, right now. One's there, he's going to hear them both. He has a head in front of him, 4 before he goes down, and all it takes is Dusty to finish this one off.
Last but certainly not least, Big J5 coming in hot with a big 5K.
And Kentucky, they may get the second point for free.
Oh, that headshot. The
Oh,
second
another
headshot?
one!
What?
He's got another dragon already.
The third?
Wait, he finds 3! Big J, he's looking for a 4th! Oh my God, he finds it! He is single-handedly destroying Kentucky right now. Oh my goodness! 4 eliminations, 1 Hanzo, and a brand new Dragons Online. The question...
Wow, I miss these awesome clips, and it's only week 2, so make sure to keep up with the action on Twitch at ECAC_esports, Mondays and Tuesdays at 8, and Wednesdays at 7. And make sure to follow their Twitter at ECAC_esports. And thank you to our partner Esports U and to you for hanging out with me today. See you next time!
My name is Dusty. I'm 24 years old, and this is my first year at Bay State College and first year towards my bachelor's there. But I've been going to college for a few years now, or several years now.
Cool. What are you studying?
Right now, I am studying human resource management in
Nice.
business. Yeah.
Do you like Bay State so far?
Yes. Yeah. It's been pretty good so far. It's only been 1 quarter, but I like it so far. So
Where are you from?
I'm from SoCal. I'm doing it remotely from Southern California.
So what games do you play? What's your main game?
My main game is Smash Brothers, and that's what I compete in. So Super Smash Brothers Ultimate.
Okay. What character do you like?
Wii Fit Trainer is my main character.
So how has it been being part of a collegiate team at Bay State? Have you been on a collegiate team before?
I've been on teams before. I don't know if I've been on a collegiate team before. I think this is my first collegiate team, but it is really nice, and the teammates are really supportive, and I've met some cool people, so that's nice. But I definitely do have experience with teams, so it's nothing super new, but it's always good to be in a team, have that support.
A fresh team. Yeah, that's cool. So how long have you been playing Smash?
I've been playing Smash for about 7-ish years now. Well, I've kind of played it since I was really young, but competitively I've played it 7 years. I played since the release of Smash 4, which was the previous Smash game, and now I've played into Ultimate. So quite a while.
What has been your proudest moment since playing Smash?
That's hard to say because I've honestly had a lot of good moments. It's just I feel like every other week or every other month I have a new moment where I'm like, wow, that's the best I've ever played, which feels good and makes it, I keep going for stuff like that. But every time I play and I play a tournament set and it feels really good and I feel like I'm playing the best I've ever played. Probably each of those consecutive moments. I just had a tournament a couple weekends ago in Las Vegas where I placed ninth out of nearly 400, I think, and I think that was one of the best I've ever played, and that felt really good. So that was a really big accomplishment for me.
So you would definitely say over the past 7 years, you said that you've grown a lot in the game?
Yeah, I think I've grown a lot in the game, and I think I've also grown a lot just as a person too. Just like competition in general, there's a lot of learning, and there's a lot of a lot of ways to approach it. I've learned how to teach other people as well because I do coaching as well, stuff like that. Um, so I've learned a lot through Smash. Yeah.
How long have you been doing the coaching part?
Coaching, I've been doing maybe a year and a half-ish, maybe almost 2 years. I'm actually not sure on the number. I think a year-ish, year and a half is probably closer to the right one. But yeah, that's been a lot of fun too. It's really interesting because it gives you a different perspective on the game, and not only are you helping other people, but you kind of help yourself in a way too because you can kind of see things from a different perspective, So.
How would you describe yourself? Do you like competing more or playing for fun or?
I'm definitely more of a competitor. Ever since I was young, like I remember playing like board games um with like friends or something. I think I was waiting for them to play, and I think some of them were playing like just like house rules or whatever, and I was like really, really young, and it like made me upset. I'm like, you guys aren't playing it the right way or whatever. But like I've always been a competitor, but at the same time, like you have to have fun because if you're only a competitor and you're only competing and it's all seriousness, like it's there's like a limit to that. So like you have to have fun. So definitely both, but I definitely lean towards the competitive sides of things. So I like optimizing things and seeing the best thing you can do because it all started out with like uh it all started out with it just being fun because when I was younger I played different games and I originally just played them for fun and I played them all the time, but I played them so often and I got so good at them to the point where uh, it just started to naturally lean into the competitive side of things, and I was so good to the point where I was like, oh, okay, what can I do to make myself like better, and how can I see this as like something I can improve at? So it kind of made like a transition a little bit, but so it's both.
If you were to give someone advice who may be looking into joining an esports team but they're kind of on the fence, what would you tell them?
My advice would be to really like think over what they're looking for, like in not only in the collegiate esports team but in school as well, and like see like exactly does this line up with what they really want, and just to figure out what they really want and if it's going to be a good decision, from like a scholarly standpoint and from like a financial standpoint, because there's a lot of things to consider. Like I thought it over a lot before I realized, okay, yes, this is a really good decision, I should go for this. So that's something that should be considered, and also like the time frame as well, because if you commit yourself to a collegiate team, it could potentially be a long time. um, so just consider it and think through like all your options, and don't ever make it like don't ever make a decision just off like an emotional reaction or anything like that. Just like think it through, I guess.
So for you personally, how many hours do you think you game a week?
That's a good question. It's actually way less than it used to be, but before I would be putting in probably several hours a day into Smash. About a year ago, I was like really, really grinding it and put a lot of effort into it. But lately, like my priorities have shifted just a little bit, just because there's other things I need to focus on. Like I started working again recently and stuff like that. So it's taken a little bit of a backseat, but it's always something I focus on. So like even though I'm not necessarily playing all the time right now, I still try to get at least 30 to 60 minutes in a day. But I've been really busy lately, so it hasn't been looking like that lately. But if I'm not doing that, then there's still other stuff that kind of goes into it. Like I do a lot of research on mentality stuff and like stuff like meditation and stuff. So if I'm not gaming or whatever, there's still other things that I feel like is going towards my improvement at the game.
Could you expand a little bit on like meditating and how that helps you?
Yeah, so with a game like Smash, it can be like really volatile, and one of the reasons why I pursued Smash is because, well, I've always liked it since a young age, but also it's always been like really challenging. Like Smash 4 came out, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start competing with Smash 4, and I started playing it. For whatever reason, when I started playing it, like I realized that I was getting like frustrated, like I was like kind of getting a little bit angry, and like I anger is something I don't really feel very often. So it was kind of like a challenge for me. I'm like, okay, this is really challenging. This game is really hard. I want to figure out how to do this. Like I want to challenge myself. And that was a lot of reason why I did that in Smash. Just like some other things, like it can be comparable to kind of like chess and tennis in a way, with like mentality aspects. And I used to play tennis in high school, and I was never really like super good at it, but I was really into it whenever I was playing for some reason. And there was a lot of frustration in that too back in high school when I played. So it was figuring out how to manage that frustration, and how to like get it under control and actually channel it into something useful. Because one of my goals is always to be like, I want to be like a calm and collected person when I play. I like, even though I'm an emotional person, I can be an emotional person because I'm passionate and I care a lot about it. But that's kind of where the meditation comes in, because it lets you kind of be more like at one with yourself and your emotions and how you feel, and stuff like that. And also just kind of eases your mind a bit, and it can really help in those situations. Like if you practice meditation and then you're in game and you're playing, and there's a situation where it's like super high tense situation, it can kind of give yourself the advantage, because you might be a lot more calm than your opponent if you do practice stuff like meditation. And it just has a bunch of other benefits as well, because with something like Smash, I try to be like the best I can be in game and like out of game. I think there's a lot of factors that go into it, and I feel like if I improve everything that I can to the best of my ability, then it gives me like the highest chances to win, like in the game.
I know you speak about frustration and anger, but what about nerves? Like, do you get nervous?
Every now and then I definitely do get a little bit nervous. A lot of the my nerves I kind of quell at this point, because I've been playing for like so long, where it's like if I go to a tournament, and I sit down, it's just me in the game, like it's just me in the match, and that's the goal, and it's just trying to learn and just play what's in front of me, But sometimes there are a little bit of nerves, like for example in Vegas, because I'm not very often playing on like big stages. Sometimes it's smaller tournaments, and at Vegas it was a bigger stage and there was a lot more people watching, so it was a bit more of a unique situation that I wasn't always in, and there was a little bit of nerves there, although it was a bit under control. But um, I think I definitely have the nerves mostly under control. And if there's a new situation like the stage one, I feel like just having more experience with that kind of stuff kind of help quells it. And also it's just because there's also other methods too, like telling yourself like, uh, like self-affirming stuff, I'm this is what I do. I'm just gonna go up there and play the game and do my best. And telling yourself that kind of stuff helps with nerves a lot too. So.
As a coach, do you tell those things to the people that you're coaching as well when they're nervous?
Yeah, I try a lot to practice what I preach, and I do in my coaching. There's a lot of mentality coaching too, because uh, I feel like not a lot of I feel like it's a really interesting part of the game and just a part of life too. And I feel like it's not something people focus on a lot with coaching. I feel like a lot of coaching, they're focusing on technical aspects, in-game aspects. Like what can you do in this situation that can be better. But sometimes like mentality comes first, and they're not going to be able to make those steps and make those leaps without like making a change in their mentality first, or at least trying to make an improvement somewhere there. And there's a lot of different like perspectives for it, but yeah.
I really admire your mindset. That's really cool. A lot of the
Thank
gamers
you.
that I've talked to are like aggressive.
Thank
It's
you.
really cool to hear that. Switching gears a little bit, how do you feel about the CECC? What do you think about it? And do you think your team will go to Atlanta?
So far, I think it's been good. It's been fun, and I do think there's a very high chance we would go to Atlanta. With my mentality, like I was talking about before, sometimes I just go into it and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna do my best and I'm gonna play, and that's really what comes down to it. But I am really confident in our team's ability. I think we have a really good set of guys that put a lot of work into it. So I'm very confident that we would likely go to Atlanta. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Then go from there.
Well, those are all the questions I had. So, is there anything else that you want the world to know about you, or anything that you would like to end with?
I don't know, for anyone watching, like, just try to find like a balance like in life, and try to find like who you are truly, and like follow that passion. Because just for like reference, I worked somewhere for 3 years, and then I felt like I wasn't being called to work there anymore, and like Smash was something I always cared about and always wanted to do. So I quit work, and with the money I had saved up, I pursued Smash for like a year and a half, and like that phase just kind of ended, and I don't regret it. I don't regret it at all. Like I wasn't like making a lot of money through it, but it was something I was passionate about, and something I wanted to do. And I'm really glad that I did it, and I hope that other people can consider like following their passions like that, but also with proceeding like with caution, doing what is available to them, and just finding like who they are and what makes them happy, I guess.
Thank you so much again for your time and doing this interview with me. I really appreciate it.
Okay, thank you for having me.
Hey guys, KTAD here, and welcome back to the ECAC Top Plays of the Week video. We're in week number 7, and trust me when I tell you, things have only been heating up. These teams are fighting for a chance to make it into the playoffs, and because of that, I mean, there's so much crazy action to get into, and, don't take my word for it. Let's check out the plays. Starting us off, it's a play that'll have you asking yourself, how did he do that? As Melee juggles and ping-pongs blighted right off the stage.
Because the projectiles are so ever-present, that reflector right there that you just saw is going to be in the back of Melee's mind throughout this set. But right now, Melee's doing a good job of getting around it, has the percent lead, and make it 64 right now on blighted stock. It's still being worked away at the combo setup.
At number 7, Red Ninja is just cleaning up the West as he gets this nice 3K to cap off the series.
Had a lot of fun with it too.
How does that win?
I don't know.
How does that in any world? How does that possibly win?
Here's what I can say, right? You have Big J5 running around in the back line on road.
And welcome everyone to some East Coast Conference action here. My name is Rare Adam. Alongside me is Puff, joining me on this Valorant cast between Molloy College and St. Joseph's Long Island here. Puff, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing pretty well myself. Got a double dose of casting tonight, but here we switching gears and going in for Valorant here. Very curious to see how these two teams go. Of course, Molloy looking to try and continue a little bit of their winning ways. They won last week against the New York Tech Cybears. Of course, St. Joseph's Long Island still looking for that first win. Very curious to see how these two teams turn out, especially with both of them trying to just get a little bit of momentum now in week 3 this season.
And for our maps today, we've got something sort of interesting. We have Bind and Fracture, actually, as a bit of a mix-up.
Yeah, usually we see, the esports standard, or the collegiate standard, like we like to call it. It's usually Ascent, Icebox, Haven, or something along those lines there. We're going to get a little bit of a switch up here with Bind and Fracture opening us off. Of course, Molloy actually going to start an attack on both of those. Actually, SJLI opted to go for defense on Fracture here. Overall, what do you think about these map selections here? Because, as you mentioned, a little bit different than what we're used to seeing.
Honestly, it's going to be interesting to see how Long Island decides to defend on Fracture, knowing that thing has like so many different ways for attackers to just come from. They can sort of pop up whenever they want to. And then
for sure. And what?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just going to mention, Haven as that sort of decider here. Interesting that neither of the teams opted to go for some more of the standard maps there. Instead, banning out the Ascent there and opting for Haven with that last pick. But of course, we'll get back into maps once we get there. As we see here, we've got a little bit of an interesting agent select going on right now. Of course, your standard chamber coming through, Brimstone's actually going to come out on both sides as well. Curious to see what your opinion is on some of these agents that have been picked thus far.
Rim's a very, very solid smoker, I feel, just in general. His smokes are, I believe they're smaller than most of them, but still, he just has map control for most anywhere. And unlike Astra, it's not just limited by Star's own abilities. And then Chamber has just been normally a pick on literally every map I've seen this entire season.
Exactly. Chamber has been sort of the staple for a lot of these teams. You know, you get free guns, and then your ultimate's a free gun, and you get more free guns. You get a whole bunch of money for nothing there, of course. Slight harbor hover there. Unfortunately, not going to be enabled for the next couple of weeks. Would love to see that agent come through, but not quite yet. As we see here, Molloy actually fully locked in their composition, going for a little bit of a double duelist action here with the Raze and the Jet, something we're not used to seeing as often. On the flip side, St. Joseph's Long Island going to opt for the Sage and the Fade, so a little bit more defensive capability coming through from their comp. Yeah, as we load up here, should be curious to see how these teams fare for themselves. Of course, St. Joseph's Long Island really looking to pick themselves up a little bit of momentum here onto the season. You know, starting off 0-2, you really want to try and get a win under your belt here. You want to get that morale up. And, you know, coming from a competitive perspective, how important do you think this week is for either one of these teams to sort of get that advantage for them?
Honestly, Molloy, I believe, has a win in the gold. I'm not sure what the entire record is, but Long Island most definitely needs this win. Not really just to keep morale, but just to keep them within the actual tournament, because I know we're only in week 3, but eventually you get too far behind to actually come back.
Yeah, it's understandable. You want to try and get the wins when you can at that, and especially with a very winnable game on your hands here against Molloy College. You know, both of these teams sort of evenly matched across the board, but of course, as we hop on to the map here, let's see how they open things off. Sort of an extremities push here to open this one up on Bind. Here's to see how they play this one out. Race and Chamber is going to be pushing through those showers there for Molloy College. Very curious to see how this util gets used, but early on, just lurking up here, trying to find any sort of members. Lacking Shoe, but might be the one to face check into this one. Has that Ghost in hand. Might have read the angle. Max going to pick up first blood onto the Sage at the back of site.
That's going to leave them with an advantage on A site for Molloy, I believe. And we just hear them all teleport over.
Yeah, just immediately moving over to this A site here. TN6 going to take a gunfight, winning out on that one against Shub. Toxic Pandas, though, trying to hold the line for now. Going to be able to do so. SJLI already down in a 5v3 situation. Spike looking to go down, but a good Molly going to prevent them from planting in that spot. Tanuki going to try and get that plant down, but Max picks up another one for themselves. Big Fat Kev now trying to escape from that one, but TN6 finds another one. It's just Gordon here left to try and clean up the scraps, but in a 1v5 situation. Going to be a little bit too daunting as Molloy picks up round 1.
Honestly, it's only pistol round, so it's not really that devastating for them to not get a kill there. However, it's still going to hurt the econ a good bit going into later rounds.
And as we see some big purchases actually coming through already, you can see how much money is in the inventory of Max there. Seems like mostly Spectres across the board. Generally the go-to sort of anti-eco strat.
Yep, Spectre being a pretty solid gun at most ranges, even though it's a headshot follow-up, leaves a good bit to be desired, considering it's a bonus round. It's more than enough to get him through just against pistols.
Interestingly enough, TN6 just going to opt for the Sheriff here, so really relying on their aim, relying on their headhunter bullets and all of that to try and get an advantage for themselves, but a 5-man stack towards this B site here. Not even going to really hide where they're going here. Skydog going to come through as well. Nikki leading the way, but that smoke going to come down. Might dissuade that push a little bit, but there's still 3 members of SJLI on that A site. Doesn't seem to be a quick rotation through. That flash going to come through as the early frags coming down. Larry picks that one up onto the Brimstone Mirror. As they find their 2 frags, have the site to themselves. They should be looking for a plan.
Now Long Island's going to have a bit cut out from trying to get back on. You see the Brimstone smoke already just cutting them off from defender spawn. So
any sort of advantages here, but the shorty on the Raze not going to be able to find their mark. Larry finds another kill in this round. Nice headshot coming through from TN6 through the smoke, and Toxic Pandas looping around. It's another flawless round for the side of Molloy College. 10 kills to 0 effectively across the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, but that's where we see the Econ's actually going to help them, because we're going to see a whole lot of full guys. A good amount of them opting for the Phantom over the Vandal, so going for more of the accuracy over range than the headshot.
Seems like they have their preferences in terms of that. But of course, on the flip side, it's actually going to be TN6 picking up a Vandal for themselves. They saved last round, so able to afford with the extra little money they have in the pockets. That one Vandal could make or break this round in a sense. Granted, Ray's sort of just using her satchel there. That won't get any value in that sense, but unfortunately not going to be the angle. Looking at this, though, Boy, going for this extremities push once again, sort of go into the widest angles and looking for any sort of plays and maybe playing around that teleporter once again.
See Shub again, holding close to the showers. Let's find out if it works out the same way as it did last time. Luma's going to work him to where he is, though.
Yep. And the Molly going to come down as well, just going to dissuade that push forward from Max once again. TN6 as well, just sort of moving towards this mid again. But look at this. These extremities pushes just forces the side of SJLI to push out to the sides. You know, 3 members strong around guarding here. Gordon hasn't quite spotted anyone out yet. This is really interesting timing that's come through from this chamber.
As we see, we're just going to have the issue of watching them dance through the wall with each other, waiting for someone to take the first shot, because you know they're just going to peek at the same time in about a few seconds.
And in the whole time, you see TN6 and Max just sort of walking themselves up through hookah here. You know, 3 members of SJLI still on this A site, sort of oblivious to what's going on, but the satchel charge now through is going to sort of tee this one off. Now, 5v2 excellent Q onto this site. Max pushing forward is going to get taken down by Gordon. Cable going to be able to trade one back as well, but it's 2 for 2 on this site, 3v3 across the map. Oscar going to upgrade that gun, but the plant goes down for Molloy College. Now, 3 members going to have to try and come through CT here. A little bit more difficult for them to push through. Going to be already one picked up by TN6 as the numbers advantage going in favor of Molloy. SJLI is going to get a couple of shots through this wall, but still zoned out through these smokes.
Even though we're going to see them try and figure out sort of where they should try and push from, because they've got the chamber watching both the doors, and I believe the brim is watching back where they have to try and push from. And there's the lost one there.
Yeah, and TN6 going to collect that one up. A 3K for the chamber. A little bit messier this time around. A couple of members from Molloy College fall, but even then, on their bonus round, they're going to be more than happy to escape with only those casualties.
Yep, and then we see Molloy still managing to keep a very strong lead. Now they're all opting for the full buys across the board.
Thus far, SJLI have just sort of struggled to get anything together in terms of this round economy, but looking at this 4-stack towards this A side, I think they're looking for a little bit more of a gamble. Granted, you can see here, not going to be paying off quite as well as they'd hope for, because there's a 4-stack towards the B site from the side of Molloy College, so a little bit like ships in the night here. These 2 teams going to be sort of facing off against each other on opposite sides of the map.
Yep, and we just see both the chambers facing off against the entire teams. I don't believe Chamber will be able to hold the side on his own, so it depends on if they're going to realize that all 4 are on A and then just hard push.
And TN6 going to fall there, so sort of sniffing that one out. Gordon, though, going to fall on that opposite side of the map. Now it's going to be 4v4 on the map. Where they plant is the next question, but already putting it down for Molloy is Larry. You can see some ultimates actually online here. The Raze has that showstopper available. We're a couple of points away from that Brimstone ult as well, but through the teleporter they come. Not very many guns in hands. Of course, this is sort of their save round for the side of SJLI, so we'll see what they can make out of this one. Fade Eye not actually going to spot anyone out, going to get destroyed as well, so Toxic Panda's backing off.
I feel like Molloy is only looking for... Sorry, not Molloy. SJLI is only looking for just a few picks here and try and catch up with the econ. If they can take the round, they're going to be proud of it.
Yeah, but Sasuke and Tanuki able to find one apiece. Max going to get on the board as well. Toxic Panda's down to 30 health. Has the Vandal, not going to matter. Larry going to strike him down once again. Close to flawless there. They give up the first blood, but 5 more kills on that B site. Signs the round for Molloy College.
Even here we see Molloy College being just so far ahead. I believe there's not been... No, there have been kills across the board on Long Island. However, they finally get their econ round paying off and get full buy once again. Let's see if it works out for them better than it did last time.
A little bit difficult for the side of SJLI to really put any sort of resistance together, but you know, you're starting to build up towards these ultimates, and I think we need to look towards something like a Chamber ultimate, towards a Brimstone ultimate to really turn these rounds around. Of course, it's still going to be a couple away, but if SJLI are able to get a couple of frags here and there, they might be able to start to push towards those ultimates, maybe turn around in their favor that maybe they don't have any right to. But of course, Max going to go forward there, taken down by Big Fat Cav, able to find 2 kills for himself early, and now SJLI finally have a man advantage.
Yep, and we see Toxic Panda's here sitting in the smoke. Doesn't actually know that there are 2 of them directly in front of him, I believe, but he might find out soon.
Good pick up there. Big Fat Cav able to find their 3rd and 4th kill of the round. SJLI on their 2nd buy round are able to turn one back around for themselves, only losing Shub in the process. Really well played from Big Fat Cav there.
Yep, and we actually see the Brimstone ult is up on SJLI, but however, Molloy College has the Chamber ult, so they can just afford to not buy a gun this round and save for next.
They're able to sort of keep that economy in check, and nonetheless, you know, Molloy College still very rich in their own coffers. They're only Max really struggling to potentially buy next round if this one goes by the wayside as well. But nonetheless, good round from SJLI to sort of turn fates into their favor, take a little bit more initiative for themselves.
Let's play.
If we already hear the chamber roll coming out, so it looks like they're going to be pushing A site with that, but we do see still 3 going up onto B from Molloy.
Once again, this extremities push going to work in their favor. Sasuke going to pop out, spot out, Toxic Pandas with the dog. So already, this strategy has worked really well for Molloy. You know, sending 3 to B, 2 to A, sort of splitting the map up in half. Sage Orb will slow up the push at least a little bit for now. Gunfire coming through from the Brimstone, but Tanuki's going to be able to trade one out, but it is traded back the other way once again.
It's now we see Table getting cut off by a Brimsmoke, and then the Brimwell coming out from SJLI to attempt, and I scuffed up those letters, but to attempt to try and dissuade the push coming out.
Yeah, Gordon's going to be able to pick up one from Buka, though, as the push comes through. Chamber trying to land those shots, finds another one for themselves. Spike goes down. Sasuke going to be able to trade that one back out, but Sasuke will fall as well. It's all up to the Rays here to be able to clean this one out. Max looking for the frags that they can. Shuba going to push up, make first contact here. Max actually going to be able to pick that one up without taking too much damage as well. Table going to drop down that wall as well, but it's not as good of a wall as you possibly could have had. There's a little bit of room still around it, but they'll force Max to go around at the very least. Let's see if they're able to secure this round, though, because this race got a lot of time to make up. Got 2 kills to get still.
There's another Brim Smokes coming in, just trying to slow down the push so the Rays can't actually get there in time, because they still not only have to grab the spike, but also plant.
Yeah, and Big Fat Cav going to come through with another 3K here. This Brimstone for SJLI has come alive in the last couple of rounds, and now putting Molloy College on the back foot a little bit. Though, once again, the Econ's going to be in decent shape still for the side of Molloy.
Yes, now that Long Island is 2-4 as opposed to 4-0, I feel like they can play a bit more. Well, not really aggressive, like a bit more, with a few more slip-ups. They can afford a few more mistakes now.
And I think maybe the first couple of rounds there, just sort of the warm-up rounds, I want to say, for the side of SJLI here. Of course, Gordon now going to pop the Tour de Force. Going to have that Chamber ultimate online, as always. Very scary to deal with. Immediately, though, the Brimstone ultimate going to spot him out. Larry going to find a kill onto that ulted Chamber, and immediately a quick execute onto the site here as TN6 finding a frag onto Big Fat Kev very quickly onto this A site for Molloy College.
Yeah, but the Brimwell was just there to try and help cut off the sideline they knew the Chamber would have going on to A. Just they took guesses if he was going to be on A or B.
And as you can see, TN6 trying to hold this Showers area. Raze has already sort of walked through, but through Heaven comes the Fade. Table as well on site here. They're just trying to find the frag that they can. Shoob's been able to find one, so is Table. This retake going decently well for the side of SJLI, but the knives come out from the Jet. Shoob finds a kill in return. It's just Fade against the world. Toxic Panda's going to have to figure out a way to deal with TN6 and Max. Unfortunately, not going to happen as Molloy College pick one back up in their favor.
Yep, and then honestly, the guns should be just about even going into both these rounds, with both teams having more than enough to buy full shields, full guns if they really want. And we do see an Odin. Nope, never mind. Take back the Odin coming out from Long Island.
Can I get a drop?
Yeah, you know, it's always an option to be able to come through with something like an Odin. You know, sometimes if your aim's not working for you, you just gotta, you know, spam them down, and eventually you'll hit them, you know, 5 or 6 times, and it works out in your favor. But of course, on the flip side, Molloy still coming through with full Vandal, still more than enough credits to go around. And once again, going for this B push. It's been quite successful for them every round thus far. And realistically, SJLI, they've been a little bit slow on the rotations, it feels.
Yep, but Brimstone's still going to be able to send a small bit of help across the map with the smoke, so that's about all he's going to be able to do from B side. And we still see them holding a few on A because they aren't really sure if they should rotate yet.
You know, just holding in case they go for a crazy teleporter play. We saw that in, I think, round 1 where they went through that teleporter, and it seems like that's exactly the case. 3 members going through that teleporter. Smoked off from Showers, though, is Big Fat Kev. And now you see a little bit of an overinvestment coming through once again from the side of SJLI over towards this B site. Now the A hit going to come through. Tanuki moving forward. So is this Sky coming through from Sasuke, and Big Fat Kev had no chance against 3 members there.
And now we see 2 of Molloy's trying to push through Showers, trying to catch the Spade out, and we see Max getting a pick, followed by Tanuki.
Now it's just Gordon and Shoob on this Raze once again. Raze versus Raze action. Max going to find the headshot there again. Gordon going to be able to return one here, but once again, it's 1v4 situation. This Chamber not really in a position to turn this one around. If they can find a couple of picks, though, might help the economy just a little bit more.
Yep, and then you see all of Molloy just watching those windows getting ready for that fake.
Gordon's able to find one onto Larry, but TN6 going to clear that round up once again. 10-3-2 on the chamber. A couple of mishaps there in rounds 5 and 6, but thus far, Molloy College been having a very nice time of things thus far.
That they are, with only 4 rounds left before we swap. We'll see if Long Island can bring this back to their favor.
Yeah, and I'm curious to see if they potentially try and switch up the strategies a little bit here. It seems as if they've just been sort of stuffed in terms of their site choices, their site rotations and everything, because it seems as if Molloy, they're willing to use the teleporters on Vine. They're willing to use the sort of map features available to them, and it's worked out in their favor, you know, going through this teleporter, rotating as quickly as possible, but this time around, a little bit more of an aggressive push forward into Garden, though. It will be spotted out by this dog once again. Tanuki already picking up a frag for himself. Gordon, though, going to find 2 in return as TN6 and Sasuke going to trade those 2 back.
Yeah, but now we're going to be looking at a 3-2 man advantage on the side of Molloy College, and they basically have, never mind, make that they have sight.
They're going to have this sight here. Shub going to donk the ceiling there with that grenade. Nonetheless, will actually just get sniped out by Max, and now Toxic Pandas with a classic versus the world. You got to just try and find anything at this point. Maybe look for a classic right click onto someone. Always fun to see those come through, but at the very least, you don't really have a gun. It's going to be difficult, though. Picks up a Vandal to see if they can find anything. Max has the angle down on lock.
But now we're going to be seeing Long Island in the sort of issue of they've taken the Rico, well, not the issue, they've taken the Rico round, they get to full buy again. It's going to be a bit more even footing with these teams going in this next round.
Still going to be a little bit challenging for the likes of Joseph Long Island to put together any sort of momentum here, but then again, this round win plus a couple more here, you can start to turn this half round, maybe get it to 5-7. Flip side, though, you can see the economies are booming for the side of Molloy College. Even on the bottom of their list there, Larry, 5-5 and 9 assists there for him. So nonetheless, everyone's been getting on the scoreboard for Molloy. But Joseph's Long Island, I'm curious to see if they potentially quick rotate this time around, and especially with how much presence is posted towards this B site. You can already see this time around they're starting to pull the trigger on these rotates quicker. Max going to be taken down once again. Gordon able to land that headshot onto the Raze ulting through. Tanuki going to go pick one up for themselves onto table, but a 4v4 here. Finally, it seems as if both teams are on the site. Never mind, Molloy finding 2 frags very early on into this one. TN6 fragging out in this one with this new Ion Vandal.
And now we're just going to see the last 2 members of Long Island held down back in defender spawn.
Toxic Panda's going to be able to trade one back, but Tanuki on the wraparound through Hall is going to be able to collect one up for themselves again. 8-2 in favor of Molloy. They've been like a well-oiled machine, consistently finding picks for themselves. And now, look at the side of SJLI. They have enough to potentially scrap together a buy, but, you know, you're down 2-8. You've really got to try and find a round win somewhere here.
We already actually see the ult economy on Molloy looking slightly better for that team than it is as a show, and we see TN6 actually just popping the chamber ult, still opting to keep the Vandal, though.
You might as well, you know, it's sort of at that point where you're really rich, so you can just afford to do whatever you so desire with your credits. And holding on to that Vandal and continuing that push forward might as well. Brimstone ultimately going to be used to clear out that showers area. Actually going to be TN6 going down early. Gordon able to find the tour de force through the smoke.
And here we see Molloy just auto-rotating to be as soon as they find out that that chamber is holding window with the basically operator.
But look at Shub here moving up there. Able to pick up one with the Guardian. A nice headshot onto Larry, but Tanuki going to be able to return that one in kind. Numbers advantage still, though, in favor of St. Joseph's Long Island. They might be able to hold this site here. Table, though, just waiting, biding their time at the back of the site. With the Spectre, doesn't have the gun advantage, but, you know, the power of friendship and the power of an extra man as well, you could potentially turn this round around.
Yes, we still see 2 members left on site for Long Island, just in case they decide to help play again. And we have a pick coming out from Tanuki to start off the fight.
Yeah, Tanuki finding a great header onto table there. Of course, still trying to hold this angle. Is Gordon going to miss that tour de force shot? But now under pressure, coming around from elbow once again is this Raze. You got to be so careful here. Big Fat Cav going to try and hold that angle as well. But Tanuki, Toxic Pandas, though, found a flank on the flank. They're able to find a headshot there. Let's turn this one around. It's a 2v2 situation here. It's just up to Chamber and the Fade.
There's only a few more shots left in the Tour de France, though.
Oh, yeah. Gordon going to be able to find another one in return. Sasuke trying to hold this site. Max going to be down to the 1v1 now. Raze versus the Chamber. Can Gordon hold this site? My goodness, their paint shell's doing so much damage for them there. Max just dancing around this box, doing everything that they can with the Chamber at one shot. They're just dancing with them. They're playing with the food. They're throwing the pistol down. It's going to be the cleanup for Max as they clutch it out.
Yeah, it was a very sort of footsie kind of match there because Chamber had already been hit down to 1 by the Rays' abilities, and then it just turned into if Max could get the shot off first or if Chamber would end up getting it.
And unfortunately here, 9-2 here from Molloy College, St. Joseph's Long Island. They're going to have to look to try and push the curse through. You know, 9-3, maybe you've got a chance to turn this one around, but if you look at the buys, it's a Vandal picked up for, is it Gordon or Jordan? I'm just realizing it might be Jordan this entire time. Regardless, there's a Bulldog and a Judge on the opposite side as well, so a little bit of an all over the place garage sale build, as I like to call it there, just sort of buying whatever you can to try and find a round win.
They are, and we see the same sort of extremities push coming out as they did in the first few rounds.
Once again, this Showers push just coming through from Max. You know, Max and TN6 have sort of been the real carries for the side of Molloy. They've been doing a really good job of just sort of finding the frags when they can. Interestingly enough, there's going to be a Brimstone ultimate coming down onto Showers. Not going to find anyone, though, as that ultimate's going to just end up being used to buy a little bit of space here for the Brim.
Yep, we'll see if Toxic Panda's Fade actually gets to find out where people are off the hunt, but they destroy right before it gets a mark off.
At the very least, when the haunt gets destroyed, it still gives information. It says, hey, there's someone who's destroying it here, so maybe that's a little bit of a sign, but thus far, still a little bit of a default play. You can see 3 members still towards this B site. This has worked for them so many times, and Table sort of lurking in the box, looking for whoever sort of peeks a little bit too far, but nonetheless, still very slow, methodical round coming through from Molloy College. They don't want to get the curse here.
That they're not, and we see Long Island still not entirely being sure as to where to rotate as Molloy starts pushing in hard.
Ooh, Tanuki goes a little bit too aggressive, overheats there. Table's able to find it, but Larry gonna be able to turn one back around. Paint shells land onto Jordan there. TN6 gonna find one as well. It's just everyone going down as Toxic Panda's first of the world has the Nightfall, gonna mark 3 up with that one, but spamming through the smoke already. A little bit tough for this Fade to clutch it out, but if any round's gonna come through, it better be this one for the side of Toxic Pandas.
This Toxic Panda's coming up behind him, and they're starting to wonder.
There's one picked up for them, but TN6 going to drop down the last shot of that tour de force, and that's going to be a 10-2 half for Molloy College. They are looking very much in control of this game.
But they are now. We have to see if Long Island ends up bringing back the attack. The defense looking very not in their favor. Let's find out if first whistle Brian goes any different.
And of course, in your opinion, do you think Bind is more of an attacker-sided map, more of a defensive-sided map? What's your opinion on this map overall?
I feel like the attackers have so many options as to where to rotate and like how they want to attack site, because the swaps between A and B just through that hallway we just saw him in is pretty quick if you're just sprinting through with a knife, and then you also have the teleporters as an option of, okay, we're suddenly going to appear on the other site. But all the sightlines they have to actually try and push through seem very small and like just choke points, so possibly attacker-sided.
Yeah, we'll have to find out if that's the case, because realistically, SJLI really need an attacker-sided half as the Boombots kiss and make whatever they make there. And a big explosion. Max finds 2 kills, all ready to open up that round. Max finds a 3rd one for themselves. My goodness, this Raze is fragging out as Toxic Panda is able to retry with one onto TN6 here, but nonetheless, it's actually the Paint Shell's going to collect one onto Sasuke as well. Toxic Pandas and the Raze here from Shub just trying to find anything that they can. Toxic Pandas finds another one, and now 2v2 on this site. That's going to be a little bit challenging. Larry with the shorty still going to be looking for anything that they can.
This could just be Molloy holding the spikes. They know that Long Island has to end up pushing into them if they want to try and have a chance at winning this round.
Toxic Panda is going to have to do what they can to sort of collect this one up, but Molloy just holding every single angle possible. Shub wrapping around here, but 41 health. Not going to be in the healthiest of situations. Going to have a tough time. Gets headshot there by Tanuki. Last member alive is Toxic Pandas. Can they find the clutch play? Trying to peek through the smoke here. You can see they're lining up the crosshairs with each other, but little do they know who's on the other side of the smoke.
This turns out the shorty might be a small bit better at that close of range than a ghost.
Yeah, it seems like the reaction time as well from Larry, just going to be able to pop him through as Max with the 3K there, but goes down. Nonetheless, it will be the defense held by the side of Molloy College, 11-2. At this point, you've got to try and force something here on the side of the SJLI, because you've got 2 rounds to work with. Your backs are up against the wall here at this point.
Yeah, we already see a bunch of the marshals coming out from them, even though they... Oh, wait, nope, never mind, they swap colors, that's right. Yep, they're just going to have to try and do another save round, it looks like, because they can't afford to lose another round and get behind in credits, so they've got to take what they can here, see if they can get a few picks, maybe get a gun, maybe get the round, and then go from there.
It feels like they're basically forcing overtime at this point in the best case scenario, you know, giving up this round, maybe trying to look for the anti-eco, but even then, it's going to be very difficult to contend with a Larry walking forward so confidently, picking up that forward, but Tanuki here with this Marshall. We'll see if they've got the skills of some other Marshall Jet players that are quite good in the server, but Big Fat Kev just going to try and push through here, going to get taken down by Larry. Larry finds 2 for themselves already. Coming around the side, going to find 3, and it's going to be the other 2 picked up by Tanuki. It's a full house for Molloy College as they put themselves on map point.
Match point.
It looked like Larry was in a pretty bad spot there, but they still had Tanuki on the other line of sight with the Marshals, so they were able to sort of just bail him out.
It just feels like it's starting to go all the way up Molloy College. Extremely dominant performance here on this first map. SJLI really just not able to find anything in their wheelhouse. Granted, this is definitely more of a gun advantage for them this time around. You know, 2 Marshals, you can definitely outgun that with a Vandal if you're able to tap the heads, but nonetheless, look how aggressive the side of Molloy are positioning. Sky Flash already coming through. Grenade coming in onto a bunch of members. Jordan's going to be able to find that kill onto Max. See if they're able to execute onto this. The dog spots all 4 of them. Stone Ultimate going to come down as well. Sasuke falls. TN6 going to be trying to find the kills as well. And SJLI, they find 3 picks on this A site, and now they're going to execute onto it with 3 back-to-back-to-back smokes there. They have more than enough cover for themselves.
Yeah, we are. So we see Molloy sort of starting to rotate, and we're going to be surprised if they end up bringing this back, but or we have the Jet in window with a pretty good sightline, and I don't think they know she's there yet.
Haven't spotted it out quite yet. I believe there's the head glitch there coming through, but Shub just around the corner. Larry going to be able to pick that one up. Tanuki going to be in a tough situation. Shub just able to spray that one down as SJLI find a flawless round. They hold on to their lives for 1 more round, but going to see the answer here with some full buys coming through. Even TN6 going for a little bit more of a glass cannon option with the operator in hand.
Yep, only being able to buy the light shields after he buys the op. They're just aiming to try and close it out this round, it looks like. Unless they still had enough for full shields, because it looks like they actually had 1,000 sitting in the bank before the half shields came out.
Yeah, and you can see TN6 just wanting to have as much power as possible, just looking to find 1 or 2 kills here to open up the round. And interestingly enough, not actually going to be successful in finding those, at least not yet. On the wrong site, it's a 5 stack towards this B site for the side of St. Joseph's Long Island. Really just trying to find any sort of momentum. Tanuki jump peeking this as much as possible. The Raze Boombot going to reveal that there's at least some investment towards the site.
We see Tanuki already getting the first pick, so that's going to put SJLI in a slightly worse spot, because now they're going to go down man advantage, and they still have to make it on site.
Yeah, Table taking a little bit of damage there from the Molly as well. The Jet taking some damage in reply. Shub, though, going to be able to find a pick onto TN6, and all of a sudden, it's evened out once again. Larry, though, going to be able to find that swing and the head tap onto Shub.
Larry's barely missing the wall bang on the Sage there. And now we see SJLI just rotating back to the other side of B. Make that A.
Yeah, they're going to try and find a way out, but Max might have sniffed this one out. Look how far up this Raze has pushed. Sort of guessed that that might be the angle for them, but this Brimstone from Larry as well, moving over so aggressively. They know the play is there on A. Look at the pinch coming through. 3 different angles, 3 different members of Molloy College. The wall just going to boost up Larry, and it's actually going to be Table finding that kill in return. Tanuki, though, behind enemy lines. Can they find the frag? Can they find the kills from Molloy College? Be able to spot out the Sage. Whiffs a couple of times, but Max still going to be able to collect that one up. Toxic Panda is able to reply. It is Fade versus Jet. Tanuki has 40 health, 30 health in the inventory. 1 shot awake, and they find the head of Toxic Pandas. We'll find out.
You see the Cloudburst going to try and block the blind sides, force them to be a bit more aggressive with their push.
Toxic Panda is going to be able to clutch that one out. Tanuki not going to be able to find those shots as SJLI survive once again another round, and now all of a sudden Molloy College going to be forced back on their britches a little bit here. They're going to have to get a little bit of a ramshackle buy here. Granted, all you need is 1 more round if you're the side of Molloy College.
Yep, and we already see both the Jet and the Raze coming out from Molloy, so we might be seeing them holding aggressive again, try and see if they can get some picks at the early round and put Long Island in disadvantage right off the bat.
just the gun advantage, the range advantage that you have. You know, it's a Stinger, it's a Judge, it's a Ghost, it's a Bucky, you know, not a whole lot of range available for them. But as you mentioned, the Showstopper, the Knive's going to be coming out. That is really your angle. But aggressively going towards this B site once again. The Jet going to be there with that ultimate. The Raze on the opposite side of the map going to have to make something happen. Granted, going through the teleporter, looking for as much play as possible. Shoop going to get gunned down. Larry finds 2 with the Bucky to open this round out. As Table able to reply in turn, Tanuki finds 2 more kills for themselves, and it's all down to Table. Table finds a second kill, but unfortunately will not be enough. Molloy College collect the Thrifty to clear that one out. 13-4 round. That is map 1, and Molloy looked extremely dominant in that one.
They did Long Island just not really being able to catch up after they got down. They were behind in economy for most of the round, and then their ults were not enough to save them whenever they got those off.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're in the shoes of St. Joseph's Long Island, what's sort of your mentality going into this second map? What do you need to do to sort of switch things up?
I feel like they just need to start playing... Well, I can't speak. They need to start being slightly more aggressive on their rotations, not aggressive, but like responsive, because we saw a lot of them hanging back on bind just in case the teleporter play comes out. But with this map, they won't have that issue, so they're just going to be able to start hard rotating as soon as they know a push is coming out.
Sure, but of course that wraps it up for map 1. We're going to get these teams set up for map 2. They're headed over to Fracture. We'll see if St. Joseph's Long Island are able to reverse their fates here, or if Molloy College are going to show up as dominantly as they did in that map number 1. We'll head to break. We'll be right back. In that spot, Tanuki going to try and get that plant down, but Max picks up another one for themselves. Big Fat Cav now trying to escape from that one, but TN6 finds another one. It's just Gordon here left to try and clean up the scraps, but in a 1v5 situation, and it'd be a little bit too daunting as Molloy
trying to figure out sort of where they should try and push from, because they've got the Chamber watching both the doors, and I believe the Brim is watching back where they have to try and push from, and there's the last one there.
Yeah, and TN6 going to collect that one up. A 3K for the Chamber.
Yep, and we see Toxic Pandas here sitting in the smoke. Doesn't actually know that there are 2 of them directly in front of him, I believe, but he might find out soon.
Good pick up there. Big Fat Cav able to find their 3rd and 4th kill of the round. SJLI on their 2nd buy round are able to...
There's another Brim smokes coming in, just trying to slow down the push so the Rays can't actually get there in time, because they still not only have to grab the spike, but also plant.
Yeah, and Big Fat Cav going to come through with another 3K here. This Brimstone finds a kill in return. It's just Fade against the world. Toxic Pandas going to have to figure out a way to deal with TN6 and Max. Unfortunately, not going to happen. Someone always fun to see those come through, but at the very least, you don't really have a gun. It's going to be difficult, though. Picks up a Vandal to see if they can find anything. Max has the angle down on lock.
It'd be as soon as they find out that that Chamber's holding window with the basically operator.
But look at Shub here moving up there. Able to pick up one with the Guardian. A nice headshot on top. Find another one in return. Sasuke trying to hold the site. Max going to be down to the 1v1 now. Raze versus the Chamber. Can Gordon hold the site? My goodness, their paint shell's doing so much damage for them there. Max just dancing around this box, doing everything that they can with the Chamber at one shot. They're just dancing with them. They're playing with the food. They're throwing the pistol down. It's going to be the cleanup for Max as they clutch it out.
This Toxic Pandas coming up behind him, and they're starting to wonder...
There's one picked up for them, but TN6 going to drop down the last shot of that tour de force.
So, possibly attacker-sided?
Yeah, we'll have to find out if that's the case, because realistically, SJLI are really need an attacker-sided half as the Boombots kiss and make whatever they make there. And a big explosion. Max finds 2 kills, all ready to open up that round of some other Marshall Jet players that are quite good in the server, but Big Fat Cav just going to try and push through here. Going to get taken down by Larry. Larry finds 2 for themselves already. Coming around the side, going to find 3, and it's going to be the other 2 picked up by Tanuki. It's a full house for Molloy College. Spotted it out quite yet. I believe there's the head glitch there coming through, but Shub just around the corner. Larry going to be able to pick that one up. Tanuki going to be in a tough situation. Shub just able to spray that one down. Finding that kill in return. Tanuki, though, behind enemy lines. Can they find the frag? Can they find the kills from Molloy College? Be able to spot out the Sage. Whiffs a couple of times, but Max still going to be able to collect that one up. Toxic Panda is able to reply. It is Fade versus Jet. Tanuki has 40 health, 30 health in the inventory. 1 shot awake. Can they find the head of Toxic Pandas? We'll find out.
You see the Cloudburst going to try and block the blind sides, force them to be a bit more aggressive with their push.
Teleporter looking for as much play as possible. Shub going to get gunned down. Larry finds 2 with the Bucky to open this round out. As Table able to reply in turn. Tanuki finds 2 more kills for themselves, and it's all down to Table. Table finds a second count, but a good...
Trying to cause havoc, right? You have a Symmetra teleporting all over the place. You have
Up next, there might just be a fourth member on the squad of RPI as the corner comes in clutch to take them to game number 5.
It's about as good as you're going to see for a team play off the corner wall, and RPI takes a 3-goal lead.
And with that, we have the fastest goal in this matchup so far. We started off with the quickest goal, the least amount of time.
Okay, spoiler-free intro this time. Someone gets a 4K clutch in this round. You just have to guess who.
I feel like the first time we've seen A-side, now it's going to be Puget with an immediate elimination onto relay, making it a 5-4, but Hutchinson might be able to, will find the elimination onto Louis, tying things back up. Not for long. Wukian with that operator takes out Safari. A real powerhouse player has to kiss this round goodbye. UK, they're 3 rounds away, winning their 3rd round and almost tying us back up. What a shot from Wukian there. It is going to be the Blade Storm taken offline by that KO point Blade. Even without that Blade Storm, they may be able to win this one. Brown Baller with the 3. Can he find the 4? Jag? No, it's the right click that puts him in. Wukian with a 4K of his own. Win Kentucky's.
In our top half, it's Sonics in his attempt to 9-stock NJCU that gives us this next play and this beautiful edge guard.
Things will go swimmingly for themselves as of right now. See Hydra playing at a massive disadvantage, already at 109, but 92 on Sonics. This was where we saw them actually take that stock against them. It was just a small little up B. One hit is all it takes.
No, Rabbit!
Way.
Rabbit! Oh my! Sonics is too clean with it!
For number 3, Shrusi's got some things to say as he just pops off for King.
So much to bear, and well, too much to bear. Shrusi, why take on 1 defenders when you can take on 2, maybe even all of them?
Why get a hat trick when you can get 5 goals instead? 30 seconds to go. Literally every goal of this game has been from Strucy, and you would go to think, oh, obviously he's got a million shots. That's why he's just been putting on the pressure. Not really. He's 5 for 7. He's really accurate with what he's doing here. Not wasting his time because shots like this, they don't come every day. But for Strucy, it's another walk in the park. Give him the time in the air and he will do things like this.
Somebody call it. Somebody call it. This is unfair.
And in second place this week, it's the perfectly timed EMP into self-destruct combo that completely wipes out Wichita State in the opening map against Johnson and Wynn.
Self-destruct is there. Gentalian and Rowe combining for a massive fight win right there. 95%.
And in our number 1 spot, it's a tour de force that some would say is almost excessive from Nagwin as he shuts the door onto Delaware.
On the right side of the kill feed, Nagwen playing C-Long and doing a great job at it. Oh my goodness, even better! Trying to turn 2 into 3, not able to line it up yet, but there it is. That tour de force is a tour de force to be reckoned with. Nagwen taking out 4 to win the 7th round for UK.
All right, and that is it. Now, I mean, what did I tell you guys? Things are only getting crazier and crazier, and with this wrapping up, that means there's only 1 more of these videos left to make. That means there's only 4 more weeks of playoffs left on the table that's going to be starting up in just a little bit. And, I mean, what a crazy season it's been, and what a crazy season it's shaping up to be. Special thank you again to our partners at Esports U for providing us that extra broadcast coverage. But if you guys want to stay up to date, I mean, you already know where to go. But hey, if you haven't, if you don't know yet, you want to give us a follow on Twitter at ECAC_esports. And you want to make sure you tune into the action live at twitch.tv/ECAC_esports. We are live on Mondays and Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, Wednesdays at 7. Trust me, you guys want to be there. We've only got so much action left in the season. And then, hey, before you know it, we'll be back again right around the corner for fall semester. But once again, I've been KTAD. Thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you next time.
Is that we don't have these preconceived notions, and we're willing to listen to our membership and read the room, read college athletics and how it's connected and how it's not, and take what what we have expertise in championships, but also throw out some of the other stuff. I remember when we first started, there were some conferences were applying their amateurism rules to all of their esports competitors, and I think we knew enough to know that no, that's not going to work in an esports culture. It's got to be very different. And by the way, the NCAA was going in a different direction. You could see the train had already left the station on that, and so it's an incredibly dynamic area and ever changing, and will continue to change. And just as we didn't know when we started what it's going to be looking like, I think similarly we still don't know what it's going to be in another 5 years. I know enough to know that all of us are still going to have a thriving esports program that's doing a real good service for our members and for our competitors. But we still don't know necessarily what some of that is going to look like, and that's pretty cool about it all. Let me ask you this, because you all are used to dealing with your athletic directors, and each of them are dealing with what's in front of them in their athletic departments. My guess is at least some of your schools are that this is not necessarily operating within the athletic department. And can you talk about how you navigate that in a conference office, and maybe the best way to handle that, or do you have preferences? Do you try to steer them one way or the other? And just talk a little bit about that, if you don't mind.
Sure. The majority of our schools are not under the athletics umbrella. We have one institution that perhaps by next year will be under the auspices of athletics, but most of them are in other departments across campus. Right. One of the things that has helped us is that we have support from the president's office. And so in order to participate in Mountain West events, you have to have an adult non-student administrator that oversees that, the eSport program. And that's where we get assistance with, eligibility checks and, what, please complete your roster, things like that. I don't know in the future, and it depends on, who's sitting in the athletics director's chairs, whether or not more esport teams will go under the umbrella of athletics. And I'm kind of indifferent in terms of whether it should, because I don't want esports to go down the road that some conventional sports have gone down with the NCAA. So we have a unique opportunity to...
And a warm welcome back, everyone, to more East Coast Conference Valorant action. Molloy College taking a dominant map 1 here. My name is Rare Adam. Alongside me is Puff. Puff, that was quite the map 1 that we saw out of Molloy University. Actually, we were just getting corrections on that. Yes, Molloy University as is, taking map 1 very convincingly, I want to say.
I believe it was 4-13 on the side of Molloy. Okay.
So definitely taking control of this series, and in turn, what St. Joseph's Long Island are going to do, they're going to do a little bit of a substitution here. So Toxic Panda is actually going to be subbed out, a patron going to be coming in off the bench there. And from a competitive standpoint, having a substitution has some benefits here. You get to see exactly what the other team did on map 1. You get to maybe adapt to that. Do you think that makes any tangible differences here, Puff, or do you think we're still going to see Molloy University show dominance here?
I feel as though a lot of the issues ended up coming out from how, not really aggressively, but how quickly Molloy, once they had decided on a site to push, would push into that site, not really giving Long Island much time to react. So I'm not sure if having the chance to just watch that gameplay will help much.
And I'm curious to see how it translates over to a map like Fracture. Fracture, a map where there's a lot of rotation, there's a lot of different agents that can come through here, and immediately we see out of Molloy, Tanuki pulling out the Neon, the Breach coming through from Sasuke. In a lot of ways, this is sort of the optic comp that we've seen come through so often. The Neon, the Breach, really just trying to execute onto these sites as quickly as possible. On the flip side, SGU Long Island going for a little bit more of a comfort comp, it feels like here, especially a patron here, hovering that Reyna, definitely an agent we don't see as often here. Molloy have already locked in their comp here, so it's really just up to SGU what they want to pick up here.
Yeah, but we see them also possibly hovering Viper as opposed to going along with Molloy with the Breach, not the Breach, Brimstone as their controller.
Yeah, it's interesting angles. Nonetheless, the Viper going to come through. That's a Reyna and a Phoenix as the angle for SJU Long Island. Definitely a little bit more aggressive than I think we were expecting out of them. Double duelist coming through on Fracture definitely could bode well for them. Granted, SJU Long Island starting on the defense, so they better have some sort of plan up their sleeve here, because if we look at the side of Molloy's comp, it is quite standard here. What do you make of these sort of team comps here with a double duelist, at least from the side of SJU?
I feel like Long Island's going to end up sort of focusing more on the individual gunfights as best they can than winning the sort of like team pushes on the site or defending site with that based off the double duelist. And also it sort of just gives them some options so that can easily hop into an engagement after rotating quickly, as opposed to if they're going with another controller or instigator.
Yeah, and I think the biggest change, at least for me on this stream, is the fact that I get to see collegiate teams play on the new Fracture. Of course, this map got reworked, I think, the patch before the new season starts, so like 2 weeks ago, I want to say 3 weeks ago, so haven't really gotten a chance to see how those changes affect it. Really affecting the A site more than the B site. You know, Arcade has opened up a little bit more. A site, you know, drop is definitely different. Dish is a completely different angle, but as we can see, already on the aggressive here, Molloy University going to be pushing forward here through Arcade. Reach stun going to come down, but it seems as if they're already on the offensive here. Table throwing those snake bites, but going the wrong way, unfortunately.
You see your patient getting taken out by Max, so he runs up to the high ground, and now they're going to have to try and respond to him, unless he just takes that angle.
Yeah, and unfortunately smoked out completely by that Brimstone. Of course, you got to be careful with those breach blinds as well. Table not going to be able to land the shots onto Larry, as Big Fat Kev trying to land the shots down in return. They're actually going to find a frag of their own. Not going to be taken down either, but Larry going to be able to connect on that one. Now Jordan at the back, the last one left alive. No Headhunter bullets to remain. It's going to be another flawless pistol round opening for Molloy University.
There, and this is a very similar start to what we saw last game, where Molloy was just able to be super aggressive as soon as they figure out which site they actually want to go to. And then Long Island not really knowing how to respond to it sometimes.
Yeah, really not any sort of answers quite yet coming through from them, but we'll have to see if they are able to sort of turn the tides in their favor here. And I think especially because of how wide open Fracture is, you need to have a good retake. And sometimes having this double duelist comp can do quite well for retakes, because you've got a lot of tools to, you know, win your individual gunfights, as you're saying.
Yep, and now we see Molloy sort of going just a hard push on A. The Phoenix trying to cut him off, but then Tanuki pushing him a bit more aggressive than he possibly should have.
Yeah, Tanuki surviving with 1 HP. You're going to keep moving forward aggressively as they will. Going to set up that fast lane. Going to try and find any sort of angle possible. Jordan going to be taken down on site as well. Larry finds that frag for themselves. And even though you've got 1 HP on the Neon, you're still able to get on site. And now you play the lurk game.
And now we see Table once again getting smoked out by the Brimstone. Not really going to have an option to try and go in. We see him setting up the Viper wall as possibly an avenue, but it's not going to help much. They're spamming through that smoke.
They're just willing to spam through the smoke. They know exactly where they're coming from. A patron taken down off screen. Abel will be falling as well with 1 HP. Tanuki survives all of that. And once again, double flawless rounds to open up the game for Molloy.
And now we see Long Island trying to get a full buy just to stop them away from getting too much momentum here, but we already see the Brim ult literally just 2 away along with the Chamber from Molloy College University.
Yeah, some key ultimates coming online here already. I mean, Tanuki and Sasuke have been sort of gypped out of any sort of kills at this point. Granted, Tanuki did a great job of just staying alive that last round as well, but playing around on the ropes as they will. You know, going back and forth. Always fun to do that before the round starts, but we'll have to find out if they're able to continue this flawless streak. Granted, that Kev might sniff something out with a fault line. Max going to be spotting that one out. Will take the kill on to Big Fat Kev as TN6 once again just finding an opening frag.
It's going to be a very unfortunate first few interactions for them this round, because now they're going to be 2 men down as we see Molloy University trying to push on to B.
Yeah, a patron going to be able to find one of their own. Jordan as well finding that kill onto Tanuki. So going to be upgrading the guns at the very least for Larry here. There's a Vandal now picked up by the Fade who has a sliver of health, but Table as well as the Chamber here going to try and hold the line as long as possible here. Brimsmoke coming down. They know what's coming, but Table with this Viper wall, it's okay, but it's so difficult to find any sort of angles here. Table not really going to find too much effect out of it. Granted, it does block off Heaven, makes it a little bit scarier as Sasuke has found their way onto the site as well.
I feel like Molloy felt pretty confident just walking on the site because they knew that Gordon's still trying to rotate from A site, and the Viper's currently smoked out by the room, so she's not actually going to have a sight line.
Yeah, Table going to be able to find the trade onto Sasuke, and Sasuke takes down Jordan there, but 1v2 situation once again. Won't be spotted out by the eye, actually, so the Haunt not going to quite spot anyone out. Table really looking to try and push up here. Max has to be really careful. Of course, a sliver of health available on this Fade. Shots aren't going to land as Max going to be able to collect that kill. 11 health remaining on the Fade, but that's 10 more health than you need. You're still alive.
No, see Molloy probably feeling very confident going in this round. The Chamber's not even going to need to buy a gun. TN6 just... Oh, never mind. Still going for the Vandal. Just opting the full buy as opposed to going for the op.
Just opting to stick with the guns that they have. You know, no real need to drop that tour de force quite yet. So just going to hold on to it for the time being. But once again, this 4-pronged attack, it feels like every single time coming through from Molloy University, just so difficult to deal with. And Tanuki, despite playing the duelist, you know, Neon trying to get in onto site, hasn't quite found a frag for themselves. They're still finding a lot of utility out of that agent, just being able to enter, being able to really mess with the timings that SJLI want to pull out. But it's going to be the Fade of C's sticking onto Phoenix there. She's going to be able to stay alive, but look at this. A Patron not really able to find the angle. Actually going to be able to collect one onto TN6 there. Max and Sasuke, though, trading back kills in return as a Patron. Already taken down quite low, hitting hit by the Molly as well. Will go down as Jordan and the Breach going to try and reclaim this site for the side of SJLI, but Plant already down. Going to be a difficult uphill battle as Big Fat gets 5 health. He'll end up having no health, and after the Big comes down, still will survive. A great round from Molloy University, 4 in a row for them.
Currently, Long Island's just not really able to find a pick in most of these fights. That's sort of what they were aiming for with that last round, because they didn't have the firepower to actually fight back, but we do see a field starting to come up for them. It's going to be really important if they can stop the momentum coming out from Molloy University.
Yeah, I think that overall they've just sort of got to find the tempo for themselves. They need to try and find some picks early on, slow the game down, because it feels like Molloy University controlling this pacing, going so quick every single round. You can see a little bit of a change up now. Shub going to try and push up through Dish, and they're going to try and push against the side of Molloy University. But once again, this Prowler going to spot him out. TN6, the shot is true. They're going to start to play towards this Dish side. Of course, this is the big change-up that happened on Fracture, but you know, only the Breach to hold this one. Big Fat Kev's going to have a lot of work to do if they want to try and hold this site. It seems like the plant's going to go down already from Larry.
We used to see the Viper coming in, try and block off height and force Molloy University to rotate on the site a bit earlier than they might want to, but they already mostly have control of the site, but now it's going to be the issue of them getting the spike back.
Yeah, and Tanuki going to be able to pick that one up and plant it. It was a Nightfall expended there. Big Fat Kev going to get caught up by that Seize as well. Max going to be able to pick one up. Jordan trades one back, but it's going to be TN6 once again holding the angles. Tanuki getting on the board with their first of the game onto a Patron. Now 1v3 here. Jordan's got a very tough uphill battle here. This peak's going to beam everything here. Be able to find it. Sasuke finds the head, and that's 5 in a row.
I'm just trying to peek and someone holding a corner with a Vandal like that is going to be very difficult, even if you have a Vandal of your own, because whoever's taking the peak is going to be at a disadvantage no matter what when it comes to that situation.
Interesting situation in hand for the side of SJLI, you know, really not able to put together anything cohesive as of yet, but you know, Jordan's still trying to find those frags, waiting for that tour de force to come online. A Patron substitution in hasn't been the worst case scenario thus far. Has found a couple of frags for themselves, but still the pacing that Molloy University are putting up is just a little bit too breakneck here. A Patron going to be taken down to open it up from Tanuki.
Yep, Patron trying to sort of take back some of the control that Molloy has taken over the entire pace of the match by pushing a bit forward, but we see a pick coming out from TN6 on the Phoenix.
Yeah, Big Fat Kev, though, going to be able to find an eco frag onto Max there, at least upgrade from the Sheriff to the Vandal. Big Fat Kev still around the back here, but of course with 5 health, not a whole lot to speak of here. Going to be an uphill battle at the very least to try and win this one out, dropping down all the blinds, but TN6 just fire a random shot and it lands. Table trying to hold heaven here, but a 3rd kill picked up by this Chamber. Now, once again, up to Jordan. I feel like we've seen this episode before, Puff.
Most likely, Jordan's going to have his work cut out for him, trying to take down, once again, 4 attackers, but they don't. The advantage he has this time is they don't know where he's coming from yet.
A little bit of a surprise factor here. Going to find one Try and trade that one out. A lot of damage taken by Sasuke, but now their position has been compromised. The very, very safe angles coming through from Jordan as TN6 peeks out. It's a 4K for the Chamber. But Civil War on his own kind, as it's going to be a 6th round in a row. TN6, 11-2-2, is showing up and showing out in this game.
That they are. And then I feel like the possible, not really win condition for Long Island, but win condition this round is the fact that they are sitting on 5 of their ultimates currently.
You know, all 5 ultimates in tow. You know, you got to try and use these to the best of their effects. SJLI have a chance to take a round here and maybe sort of stunt the momentum that the side of Molloy University have built up. But once again, it's so difficult when they're playing so well on the side of Molloy. It's going to be Tour de Force popped on one side of it. I'd see it popped on the opposite side as well. Big Fat Kev burning all of this utility, though, already. Just trying to find any sort of angle. Doesn't really get much for it.
We see Molloy just waiting just before we see that last utility coming out, and then Larry sends his own. But we see Table getting picked off by TN6 on A site. This is going to be the right roll.
Every single time able to find a frag. Max finds one for themselves as well. Tanuki, even on site, finds Big Fat Kevin. They've completely pulled the wool over their eyes, you know, just trying to defend this B site when everyone else is on A site here. Tanuki just buying so much time. They've pushed all the way through the spawn. The spike's going to go down on A, but there's no escape. A patron, though, going to be able to find one on TN6.
Yeah, but now it's just 2 duelists up against basically the entire team. Not really having the best angles to try and go into this. I'm not sure if the Phoenix even has flash rating.
Player standing.
Gonna get shot from behind there. Tanuki finds the 3rd of the round there. Just complete domination coming through from Molloy University. This is their map pick for the record, so they feel so confident here. They're just pushing every single advantage they've got.
As we saw a little bit of them on Bind, they seem very confident once they figure out where the defenders are, and then they know exactly what site to push onto and where to go. So on a map like Fracture, where it was not as easy to get a rotation off, and the attackers already have so many options, they're just going to feel very confident just running in, because Long Island's going to have no idea where they're coming from.
I'm curious to see the angle that SJLI want to go for here. You've got the Viper ult now online. You've got, you know, the Breach ult to potentially retake a site, but you really need to just put all the pieces together. It's most of a full buy coming through now for the side of SJLI. I think this is a round that they can really try and stick it to the side of Molloy, but once again, University are just so rich for themselves. Actually, a little bit of a pause here, as it seems as if Table having a couple of connection issues, so hopefully we can get those sorted out as soon as possible. But thus far, we've seen effectively a masterclass from the side of Molloy University, really putting the hurt down onto the likes of this SJLI squad.
There we are. The sub out from Long Island isn't exactly helping too much, but it's also not hurting them. As we see, they still haven't gotten a round out, but with the help of a patron, they've been able to hold slightly more aggressive in certain spots and get a few picks off on Molloy just before they might actually be able to get their normal engages in.
And my question now is, you know, Molloy have looked so dominant on this map. Do you believe that they can 13-0 this map? It's a little bit of a long shot still. You know, they're halfway there, but do you believe they can push through for that 13-0?
With the way they've been playing so far, they most definitely can. And we are managing to get back in after Table has gotten back.
Seems as if the connection is restored here. We'll find out if that prediction holds true, if they can push forward for, but Big Fat Kev finds 3 in a row in this A-Hall. Of course, Tanuki going to be sprinting around at the speed of light, zipping and zapping around, going to try and find some more for themselves. Max is able to find another one. The numbers advantage, though, still in favor of Molloy, or in favor of St. Joseph's Long Island here. 3v2. Let's see what they can do with this one, though. Max gonna drop the Nightfall as well. First time they've really felt pressure to use some of these ultimates, though. Dodge away from that one, but Max hiding here around this new drop area. Gonna be so difficult to hold this angle here. Let's see what they can do.
It looks like we're gonna see Table getting pick up Max. Never mind, Max getting a headshot first, making it 3.
Max gonna get a 3K a patron. 1v1 mono against Tanuki, and unfortunately Tanuki gonna have the angle, gonna have that shot, and Max really turning that round around, and it looked good for SJLI for just a slight moment as Big Fat Kev finds a 3K.
Mendez thought it was going to be an immediate commentator's curse the second we say they might be able to 13-0. But it still looks like it might be in the right in the skies for Molloy University.
You know, Molloy just playing so well at this point. You know, everyone on their team is positive. Tanuki 8-1-4. Sasuke, the bottom frag, they're 4-2-1. You know, they just haven't had a chance to get in and find the frags because TN6, Max, Tanuki just all fragging out in their own rights. As we say that, TN6 dropping another big one onto a patron here. The Shoot finding 2 of their own. Tanuki already on site though, finding 2 in return. It's just so quick every single time. This Neon sprints onto that site, gets so much power, and then is able to control the site at will.
Yep, and then we see this Big Fat Kev having to try and recontest with the help of Jordan, but it's going to be a bit of a hill for him to climb up.
Yeah, gets it out 101 there onto Sasuke though. Breach on breach action there. Able to find a little bit of damage. Big Fat Kev has the angle to potentially do this. You've got the tools around. Tanuki though, in the complete wrong way. Are they going to be able to sniff this one out?
Last player standing.
You see Jordan getting picked up by Max on the side, and looks like Molloy College will end up being able to confirm the match for them. Not the match, the round.
I confirm a couple more rounds for them. 9-0 for Molloy University. All of these rounds, it becomes close, and then it just sort of strays away from being close. It's as if every single time there's a toggle that sort of switches on, and they say, "Hey, you got close. It was almost there, but you know we're just playing better at this point." You know, nonetheless, every single round it just feels like TN6 is able to find an opening frag. Max is able to find an opening frag. Tanuki's able to get on site and be good for 2 here. It's so difficult for SJLI to find any sort of momentum. So they're just gonna pop that breach ult right away.
And SJLI, we see as they've normally just been already down the man advantage whenever Molloy College is pushing on the site. But we see 2 picks coming out from both sides twice. Trade back to trade.
Trading back and forth a little bit here. TN6, 70 health. Going to be a little bit worse for wear, but once again, going to be very difficult to sort of hold the angles. Able though, going to drop down the Viper's pit. And they find the Viper. Yes, they can. Tanuki finds them, shoots their own teammate just to make sure that that isn't the enemy Brimstone or anything. It's going to be a 3v2 situation as Larry, TN6, and Tanuki hold the site though. A patron going to go into the Empress mode, looking to try and find as many kills as possible here. This is definitely a round that they can turn around. Got to find a couple of them. Of course, the higher fire rate going to work in their favor, but here they go to work. SJLI trying to find any sort of advantage.
And Molloy not entirely sure as to where SJLI is coming from, but however, TN6 already just holding the door. Innovation doesn't know how lucky they end up getting by not walking through there.
Jordan going to try and peek this one, but the crossfire is good. Larry able to find one. A patron going to be able to find a kill on to Larry as well. But the angle is so tough. You got to find something here if you're the Reyna. You find another one. Look like you're going to be able to have time to clean up that spike, but can you get the outplay for yourself? No, it's going to be TN6 securing the round for them. 10-0 in favor of Molloy University.
His main goal at this point might be just try and stop the 13-0. However, if they end up getting around, Valorant is not really a momentum-based game. Well, actually, it probably is, but it can turn at a moment's notice most of the time.
It's so difficult to get momentum when you're this far behind, but at the same time, if you can get even a glimpse of it, you may be able to turn the game in your favor. We saw it was a pretty close round there. You know, a patron, if you're on site a little bit earlier, maybe you're able to find those kills and you're able to find those resets for yourself, but unfortunately, not going to be the case. Big Fat Kev, though, opening frag, going to be traded back by Tanuki. Early frag here. Good sign for SJLI. They sniff out exactly where the play is coming from.
They knew both teams going to be down their breach for this next push, but we already see...
Oh my goodness, Tanuki so quickly on site, able to take out the trademark as well. So much power. TN6 going to find a kill on the table. See the fireball coming through, but already in their backline is TN6. My goodness, this chamber cannot be stopped. Another 3K Molloy to hit to 11.
Last round before the switch.
Molloy just rushing, exploding straight onto that point, not even giving Long Island time to react most of the time, and taking pick after pick as soon as they got in.
Just unfortunate situations here for the side of St. Joseph's Long Island. Seems like this is sort of their final buy here. Table opting for the operator. You know, you might as well try it. It's the last round you've got on defense here. You need to find anything at this point. Any kills are going to go well your way. But Molloy University, 2 rounds for yourself. Tour de Force going to be used. Has the Neon Ultimate online. Big Fat Kev with no shield going to have to try and defend this one with their life. Going to get a huge blind out to multiple members, but TN6 through the blind, able to find one as well. Yuki, that overcharge, looking for anything and everything here. running through the spawn here. A patron not really in a place to stay alive here, trying to take down this Neon, but the lightning comes through. Palpatine is here looking for him. Larry gonna be able to take that one down as TN6 is traded back. But once again, they run through spawn here. A 3v2 situation. Molloy University have secured the site.
Then Tanuki already getting up and being able to watch satellite as we see being smoking up. Shub not really knowing that he's holding height, but he's probably
no, Shub not gonna even check the corner there. It's so difficult. Tanuki's just sitting here holding the trigger discipline. You can't do him like this. Wants
he thought about the knife
kill. Oh, he's gonna get the knife kill. It's the backstab. Tanuki finds it as it pushes to 12, and that's match point for Molloy University. They only need one round on defense. My goodness.
Molloy dropping the breach ult there, not breach, the brimstone ult there, to sort of show Long Island that they feel. Oh, never mind, that was pistol round. They swapped over. That's right.
They've got no fear. They can just use that at will. Just trying to get a little bit of friendly fire action. It feels like Larry says, "Hey, Tanuki, oh, you disrespected him. I'll disrespect you by trying to take you down." But nonetheless, we'll find out what this last round has in store. Realistically, SJLI need a miracle. It's closer to being a 13-0 than it is to being, you know, any sort of comeback here. So we'll find out if SJLI can potentially just save their bacon just a little bit here with this round.
There we are, SJLI. Long Island looking to start to push A, but we see most of Molloy already set up. Possibly what he gets, but let's see how it is turning out as soon as the fight breaks out.
Oh my, just a slaughter here in the A main corner. The round is over before we can even say a word. Molloy University clean it up with a 13-0, taking this series in dominant fashion. They only dropped 4 rounds over the 2 maps.
But they did a very dominant ending at the end. Just everyone rushing in that corridor, having a big pistol fight to end up sealing off the match.
And of course, just domination tape to tape from the side of Molloy University. You know, even though we might have misnomered them in the first game, they definitely showed they are not to be trifled with, a force to be reckoned with here in the East Coast Conference here. But of course, just really, really well played from them. Just very dominant from the start to finish, as we mentioned. And Puff, we're going to be taking a quick break here, but when we come back, we'll have an interview on tap. We'll see what Molloy University players have to say after that very dominant win. Of course, you got to be careful with those breach blinds as well. Table not going to be able to land the shots onto Larry as Big Fat Kev trying to land the shots down in return. They're actually going to find a frag of their own. Not going to be taken down either, but Larry going to be able to connect on that one. Now Jordan at the back, the last one left alive. No Headhunter bullets to remain. It's going to be another flawless pistol round opening for Molloy University. Holding the angles. Tanuki getting on the board with their first of the game onto a patron. Now 1v3 here. Jordan's got a very tough uphill battle here. This peak's going to beam everything here. Be able to find it. Sasuke finds the head, and that's 5 in a row.
The advantage he has this time is they don't know where he's coming from yet.
A little bit of a surprise factor here. Going to find one. Try and trade that one out. A lot of damage taken by Sasuke, but now their position has been compromised. The very, very safe angles coming through from Jordan as TN6 peeks out. It's a 4K for the chamber.
I'm not sure if the Phoenix even has flash ready.
Player standing.
Gonna get shot from behind there. Tanuki finds the third of the round.
Table's got him back.
Seems as if the connection is restored here. We'll find out if that prediction holds true, if they can push forward for, but Big Fat Kev finds 3 in a row. TN6 max. Tanuki just all fragging out in their own rights. As we say that, TN6 dropping another big one onto a patron here. The Shub finding 2 of their own. Tanuki already on site though, finding 2 in return. It's just so quick every single time. Tanuki though, in the complete wrong way. Are they gonna be able to sniff this one out?
Last player standing.
You see Jordan getting picked up by Max on the side, and looks like Molloy College will end up being able to confirm that through there.
Jordan gonna try and peek this one, but the crossfire is good. Larry able to find one. A patron gonna be able to find a kill on to Larry as well. But the angle is so tough. You gotta find something here if you're the Reyna. You find another one. Look like you're gonna be able to have time to clean up that spike, but can you get the outplay for yourself? Oh, it's gonna be TN6 securing the round for them. Trademark as well. So much power. TN6 gonna find a kill on the table. See the fireball coming through, but already in their backline is TN6. My goodness. Hold the trigger discipline. You can't do him like this.
He thought about the knife.
Kill. Oh, he's gonna get the knife kill. It's the backstab to Tanuki.
Possibly what he gets, but let's Let's see how it is turning out as soon as the fight breaks out.
Oh my, just a slaughter here in the A main corner. The round is over before we can even say a completely
esports in a way that fits what esports is, as opposed to trying to fit it into a conventional athletics box, so to speak.
Right.
You know, I think the success of our program and getting participation is exactly that. The fact that we're not tying it in necessarily to athletics and NCAA eligibility. Like Carolyn, we probably have 3 or 4 schools that are under athletics. And I know it puts them in a difficult position sometimes trying to make some decisions. I got a request recently to consider allowing part-time students to participate during this year, because some schools struggle sometimes to fill out all the games that they want to play with us. And we held off on that for now. You know, we defer to the institution and say, what's your policy for those that are under student development or activities? What's your policy for allowing students to participate? And if you certify that they're eligible under your current policies, then that's good for us. I also think, and I was part of some of the conversations early on with the NCAA years ago about the NCAA getting involved as a Division II representative, and I was crossing my fingers that wouldn't happen, just because I think this needs time to grow, you know, and expand.
Can I ask a question, because you mentioned part-time enrollment, and one of the things that we've done here is that as a conference, we've just set eligibility standards, full-time enrollment, making progress towards your degree as the institution defines it. Are you guys doing something like that as well? Because we've gotten that part-time enrollment question and we've said no.
Yeah, no, I don't think we've gotten that far down the line, Carolyn, to ask for that. I think we kind of put it on the institution, but we do say that the student has to be a full-time. Now, they could be a full-time grad student, but they have to be full-time as from what the institution decides.
Yeah, our eligibility requirements are just as simple as can be. You have to be a full-time student in good standing.
Yes.
And after that, and that's about it. Now I think we wanted as few impediments to getting this thing rolling as possible in the outset. I do think as schools get more competitive, they will start to distrust one another, and that's why we have this 500-page NCAA manual, because schools distrust one another. But we're not there yet. You know, right now there's still a collective. Let's move this forward, and the fact that the NCAA is not administering it, I think, is really helpful to the growth of it all. And yes, we allow grad students. We don't even have a 4 or 5 year clock. If you are full-time enrolled for 10 years in good standing, you can do, and why not? Why would we not say that that's okay? Now, eventually, like I said, we may change our minds if the schools require it. They say, no, this is crazy. Look what they're doing over there. We don't like, but I think we're still a long way from that. Alex, do you have anything?
Yeah, I mean, I echo everything that really Carolyn has said. You're gonna have to forgive me. What was the original question? It's been a minute. I know. I'm sorry.
Well, just kind of what you set out to do, and then what maybe the realities of it all.
https://twitter.com/Septilence. Don't put that in. I'll get in trouble. So that's worth it. Did I get too close to the camera on that one? A little bit too close? Should I back up a little bit? Okay, sorry about that. My bad. I've been awake for probably close to 32 hours. I have to hold my keyboard the normal way, because if I do it, I feel like I have arthritis if I hold my keyboard like that. It blows my mind. I can never do that. This guy right here, he's got his keyboard off at an angle.
And welcome back, everyone, to the Esports U Network. Of course, you're Adam alongside Puff. We've got ourselves a special interview here with one of the victorious members of Molloy University. TN6 here, joining us here with the interview. Congratulations on a win today.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, it was definitely a great match from both teams. It was a very exciting game, for sure.
So how's the team feeling after that very dominant performance?
Yeah, we're feeling amazing. I mean, to 13-0. Not to say anything, but that felt like a great win there. Didn't really have too many weaknesses. And so it felt very solid of a game. Everyone's super excited. We said we're gonna shave our heads, so should be good.
Of course, but we got to see your chamber show up in that second map there, coming forward with a 13-0. How does it feel to sort of get that 13-0 under your belt and just sort of show off the stream a little bit there?
Oh, it's great. It's going all over TikTok, let me tell you. It's a great thing to have under the belt. It feels good. It puts something forward to all the rest of the teams too. Showing we're not just winning, we're crushing it. So yeah, super excited.
All right, I have to ask. When the knife kill ended up happening on the Phoenix, how many of you were either encouraging or yelling at them to not possibly throw it?
Oh, as IGL, I was encouraging it more than anyone else. I saw the opportunity, and it's like we got to put that in there, for the stream, for the fans, gotta make it happen. So it was very exciting to let that go down, and we were a little scared that he might turn around, but especially after that flash. But it's all good. We got it off. So. Great that it happened.
For sure. And final question here. Not really a question, more so just leaving you the floor here. Any sort of shout outs you want to do? Anything you want to say to the fans out there?
Oh, of course. Why thank you everyone that pulled up from my stream and came through. Appreciate everyone. GG's to SJ. They put on a great performance as well. Everyone on the team, just, congrats to all you guys too. Everyone had a great performance. Shout out to my girlfriend, I guess, probably watching. So appreciate for supporting, and my mom too. But otherwise I'll shout out my own socials, I guess, to anyone that's here that doesn't know. At TN6 on TikTok, also on Twitch, YouTube, all the likes. So if you want to see the best chamber content, that's where you go.
Yeah, I've seen some of those YouTube shorts, seeing those nasty chamber setups from time to time. Can't say I didn't recognize it, but nonetheless, a great game nonetheless from TN6. Thank you very much for joining us in this interview, and have a great rest of your season as well.
Yes, I appreciate you. Thank you for having me, and have a great night, you guys, as well.
For sure. But as for Puff and myself, that will mostly wrap us up for tonight. Any last shout outs you want to give, Puff?
Not really. SJSU just started their esports program, so I guess shout out to our faculty for helping us get that off the ground, and then all the students that have been there to help us along.
Yeah, shout out to Saginaw Valley. Actually had the pleasure of casting your Valorant team a couple of weeks ago too. Extremely exciting matches as well. But as always, thank you so much for joining us on the Esports U Network. We've got esports 7 days a week, I believe, on the channel here. But as always, feel free to follow us, and for next time, my name is Rare Adam. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a good night, everyone.
There's a kid all the way down to the far end who has his keyboard all the way at like a horizontal.
That's really cool.
They're going to be at that table right over there.
Public information?
Oh, I don't know. But this isn't live, so it doesn't matter.
It's not live, but like you and I know.
Yeah, we know.
I'm not going to tweet it.
Awesome. What game do you play?
Smash Bros.
Who do you play? Is it embarrassing? Is it like Villager?
Yeah.
Is it Villager? Am I spot on? Oh my god. Is it the Ice Climbers?
No.
Is it Game & Watch?
No.
Is it Pichu?
No.
Is it Wario?
No.
I can keep going. I think I can name every character in the game.
I believe in you.
Is it, did I say the Ice Climbers already?
Yeah, you said them.
Is it them?
Not them.
Is it them a second time?
No.
Okay, alright. Oh, is it one of the Links?
Yes, it is.
Is it Toon Link?
It is.
Oh, that is pretty embarrassing. That is rough. Who do you play?
I'll give you $20 if you guess correctly right now.
First try?
First try.
Give me a single hint.
It's an obscure character.
Obscure character.
Not played very often.
Is it Wii Fit Trainer?
Oh my god! Oh my.
I'm the interviewer for a reason, baby. I do what I do. I don't need the money. I appreciate it, though. I appreciate it. So Bowser Jr., Wii Fit, and I forgot already. Are you all lying to me? Am I being gaslit? No. Bowser Jr., Wii Fit, and you told me already. Oh, Toon Link. Yep. Where's my main support at? Who are we playing this weekend?
A lot of Brig.
A lot of Brig, really?
Brig Lucio, probably.
Brig Lucio, really? I shouldn't say that too loud. I don't want to give all your strategies. It's over under.
What do you mean over under?
Like, do we think we're gonna podium? Do we think we're gonna come in last place?
Not last place.
Not last place.
Certainly not last.
What about like 5th place?
That's doable.
That's doable. That's winnable. 3rd place.
Third place.
That's where things get dicey.
That's very doable.
Okay.
First place. That's very doable.
First place, very doable. Love it. That's the mindset. That's what he loves to hear. Yeah. Oh my god! Hold on, cut the cameras. Well, who are you? Hello. Oh my god! I saw you earlier. I saw the back of your shirt, and I was like, I know that name. I know him. It's a quick play game. They Q sniped each other at land. I thought it was a scrim. It's just unlucky. Are you actually a Villager player? Yeah. How do you feel about Villager being notably worse in Smash Ultimate than they were in Smash 4?
I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know? You never played Smash 4? No. Oh, that's all right. Nobody's gonna hold that against you. Who do you play?
I play Robin.
Okay, wow. Did you know Robin has the lowest pick rate in the game?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? Come on, the LEDs, it looks just like Samus.
Huh?
Do you disagree?
I guess I can see
The
it.
Samus vibe. Show the controller to the camera. We're interviewing. This is recording, by the way. Surprise.
Not my controller.
Who do you play?
I play Peach.
Oh, wow, I like that. Who do you play?
I play the Shotos, mostly Kazi.
No, you lose against Kirby. That's just like a statistics thing.
Yeah.
It's maybe.
This is a death match. I think they're all in the same one. They're all on Icebox. Are they all in the same death match? Maybe. Who knows? I feel like none of them can hear me. I want to like approach somebody, but no one can hear. They all have both their headphones on.
What's up?
How do we think we're doing?
I think we're doing pretty good. Yeah.
What's your KD?
We're looking at 10 and 6 right now.
Oh, hey, that's third, dude. That's better than I expected. Who's bottom frag right now? I want to go talk to them. Ian? Hey, how do you think we're doing so far?
You know, it could be better.
Could be better? You one of those rough days?
Well, you know.
Let's go find more people to harass. Yeah. Where's Boise State? Who's your favorite to play?
Oh, right now it's got to be either Chamber or Breach.
What country is Cypher from?
Oh, dude. It's Moroccan, right?
It is Morocco! Oh my god, I don't think anyone is gonna get that. Oh, you're good. You're good. All right, see you later. Let's go harass Boise State more. Who is this? What school is this? Boise?
This is Boise.
Oh man, that's okay. Boise's still got really good odds. A Large Bagel, one of their tank players, Nerdy Bird, they're off tank. Both of them not here. A little bit scary, if we're being honest. Getting warmed up, getting ready to cast some players. No, okay, not cast, interview. Change your mindset, change your mindset.
Words.
No, but last words until we come back.
Oh, okay.
Because we're leaving.
Enjoy.
Oh, that was good, that was good. Anything from you?
How are you doing, Polly?
Awesome, thank you so much for your time.
Well, my name is Darian Wheeler. I'm a junior at Cornell College, and I play for the Overwatch and Smash Ultimate team there. I also play football, and I enjoy playing Ultimate Frisbee as well.
Wow, how do you have time for all that?
I have no idea.
Just gotta prioritize, right?
Yeah.
So how long have you been playing Overwatch and Smash, you said?
Overwatch, I started playing the summer before I came to Cornell, which was in 2019. And since then, I've gone from bronze to master's ranking just by being on the team. And Smash, I started when the game first came out, but I haven't played the game competitively until around the end of last year.
And what made you want to start competing?
At the time, our esports coach, we just started getting into like big tournaments and stuff. And so we went to a tournament where one of the PGR, one of the top 50 players in the world, was appearing, and we played him, and it was not pretty. It was, we got stomped into the dirt. And so that I didn't like that. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna play better, and I'm gonna figure out how to beat someone like that, because that was not fun.